Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Smart Investor Masterclass. I think this should actually be named correctly, which I've done as a Stock Investing Masterclass. So it's actually Stock Investing Masterclass. Okay, thank you, everyone, and welcome. We have quite a number of people already in the house. So as other people are coming and getting into the waiting room, I will be admitting them. Right, out of the people that are here right now, can I just check how many people were here for the last masterclass last Sunday? How many people were here last Sunday? Anyone here? Is there anyone that was here last Sunday?
No, I'm not here.
Nobody. Wow. Okay. Okay. So all the people in the house are completely new people. Okay. Roughly out of the number in the house this evening, how many people are members of the Smart Investment Telegram group? Anyone? Member of the Smart Investor Telegram group? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm a member of the Smart Investor Telegram group.
Okay. We
I
thank
just
God we have.
joined today. I just joined today.
Okay, that's fine. So we have quite a few people who are members of the Smart Investor Group. Okay, that's fine. We have covered quite a bit on the agenda. Last week, we covered up to number 5. So ideally, this week, we should be starting on number 6, which are the practical lessons. And the first item on the practical lesson is how to buy stocks using limit order. And I'm not sure whether we should do that first one today, because I am of the opinion that when we do this, how to buy stocks using limit order, ideally we should do it when the market is open, so that you can actually see what is being offered and what people are bidding, and then we can do a live demonstration. Maybe I can just use the opportunity, show you a live demonstration, even if it is to buy one stock, you can see it practically. But again, we might just do it. I will show you. If there is anybody offering or bidding, then we will see it. If not, I will just show you. We may not be able to bid and complete a transaction, because normally on Saturday and Sunday, the stock market is closed. They only work Monday to Friday, and they work 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Okay, so before we go into the number 6 items, does anybody have a question? If anybody have a quick question which you want me to answer before we go into this practical session, anyone have any question? Okay, Samuel, I can see Samuel is raising hand. Can you ask your question, please? And when Samuel finish, Adeni, you should ask your question as well. So Samuel, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Um, my question, I've gone through all the pinned messages on the Telegram, but this question still lingers in my mind, is about the renewing of CSCS account. How long does it take for it to get dormant or expire, or what? I'm not aware of that, sir.
Okay, normally, in most cases, when you renew anything, it's always 1 year. But in some cases, some organization might allow you to renew or subscribe for 2 years or 3 years. But in the case of CSCS, you renew 1 year at a time. So if you renew it now, you have 365 days. And when you're on the CSCS website, you will see a countdown. You have 365 days left. You have 364 days. You have 363 days. So you will see a countdown. So it's just 1 year, and it's 5,375 naira.
Okay,
Does
sir.
that answer? Okay, go
Yes,
on.
partially a follow-up question, sir. I have gotten a CSCS since I think 2000 and an account, but I didn't do anything with it with Afri Invest. I don't know if it will be dormant now, but I was able to buy stock last week and last month also. I don't know if it does affect it or not. And I
When,
saw the
when did
stocks that I bought.
when did you saw the stock on your stockbroker website? Is that right?
That's right, sir.
Good. So when you buy a stock, you will always see it on your stockbroker website, and you will see it on your registrar's website if you have registered with the registrar. On a CSCS, if you have registered with CSCS and your account is still active, you will see it. But if you register with CSCS more than 1 year ago and you have not renewed your subscription with CSCS, then if you buy any stock, you won't see it. Even your old stock that are already on CSCS, you won't see them. So even if you don't register with CSCS and you buy stocks, you will still see your stocks on your registrar's website. You will still see your stock on your registrar's website, even if you don't register with CSCS. But you do need a CSCS number. So as long as you have a CSCS number, you buy stocks, you will see your stocks on your stockbroker website, but you won't be able to see it on CSCS website. Okay,
Oh,
let's move on to the next person. Adeniyi,
thank
please
you, sir.
ask your question. Hello, Adeniyi, could you please ask your question? You're raising your hand. Okay, maybe he has muted himself. Does anybody else have any quick question before we move on? Is anybody else raising their hand? Yeah, Adeniyi is the only one raising his hand, but I don't know whether he can hear me. It looks like he may have muted himself and is not hearing me. So if anybody have any quick question, you can ask. If not, we move ahead. Okay, it looks like nobody have a question, so we just move ahead to what we should be doing today. So how to buy stocks using limit order. Okay, so right. Okay, again, I use Stanbic IBTC, stockbrokers. And I know some people use Stanbic IBTC. A lot of people use Bamboo. Some people use Halfree Investor. Some people use which other one? I don't know, Cowrywise, and any other app you use. It doesn't matter, or any other stockbroker that you use. It doesn't really matter. So I use Stanbic IBTC. So when I log in now, the screen you will be seeing is that of a Stanbic IBTC. But the same thing should apply to whichever stockbroker you are using or whichever app that you are using. So let me log in and then I can show you. So bear with me one moment. Okay. Okay. Just a moment, please. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen for my Stanbic IBTC dashboard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you're seeing the Stanbic IBTC stockbroker, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is the process I do when I want to buy stock on a Stanbic IBTC. So I go into order trade, and then you can see here. Okay, let me just move these things. Okay, right. So you can see here on my screen, it says top bids. And under top bids and offer, you have top bids, you have top offers. Normally, when you come in to buy a stock, the default action is to buy, and to buy using market order. You can see under the order type, you can see that it shows market. That is the default. But normally, you should click the down arrow and then change it to limit. Then you can put in the name of the stock you want. Let's say, for example, I want to buy MTN. And then I select MTN. Oh, and it's telling me MTN is 800 Naira. It's telling me MTN is 800 Naira. Meanwhile, somebody is offering, how much is the lowest offer? Can anyone tell me? How much is the lowest offer showing on this screen?
739.
739.
739.
749.9.
No,
739.
749. 749.
749.9.
Exactly. So this is how smart investors buy. The person that says 739, that is top bids. That's what people are saying they want to pay. But the people that want to sell, the lowest amount amongst the people that want to sell is 749,950. So which means if I buy at the lowest offer, I will be gaining about 50 Naira per share on all the stocks that I buy. Many people are still using market order. If I change it to market order now, if I change it to market order, and let's say I want to buy 1 unit, that 1 unit, it will go through at 80 Naira per unit. Even if I want to buy 100 units, it will go through at 800 Naira per unit. So why should you be buying stocks at the market price when somebody in the market is offering to sell it at 749 Naira, 90 kobo? Ideally, you should be buying your stocks using the lowest offer, because as a smart investor, you make gain when you buy your stock, and you should also make gain when you sell. Because let's assume you buy it at 749 Naira, 90 kobo, and you keep it for maybe the next 5 years. And for any reason, you need to sell it in 5 years' time. Let's say it has gotten to maybe 1,200 Naira. I'm just, assuming now. Let's say in five years' time, 1 unit of MTN is 1,200. Remember, you bought it at 749 Naira. Let's just say you bought it at 750 Naira. And then 5 years' time, you decide to sell it. And you now sell it at maybe 1,100. Because even at that time, a lot of people will still be offering it below the market price. So even when it is 1,200 Naira, some people will still offer to sell it at 1,150 Naira. Some people might even offer to sell it at 1,100 Naira. So if you buy it at 750 Naira now, and in 5 years' time, you sell it at 1,100, even though the market price is 1,200 at that time, you still make profit. So, like I said again, you make a gain when you buy, and you also make a gain when you sell. And if some people tell you that it's not possible to make a gain when you buy and when you sell, that is only when you sell, then that's the limit of their own understanding. Okay, let's have a quick look at another stock. So let's say you want to buy Seplat. Oh, by the way, did any of the people here tonight, did any of you get dividend from Seplat 2 days ago?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. So Seplat is one of the stocks that pay dividend 4 times a year. Again, it's up to the limit of understanding of people determines which stock they buy. Because if there are stocks that are paying dividend 4 times a year, then why do you want to buy stocks that pay you only once in a year? I'm not saying you shouldn't buy stocks that pay you once in a year, but if you know stocks that are paying 4 times in a year, you should add them to your portfolio. You should add them to your portfolio. There are stocks that are paying 3 times in a year. There are stocks that are paying 2 times in a year. So why should you limit yourself to stocks that pay you just once in a year? Okay, so we're looking at Seplat now, and the current market price of Seplat is 11,363 naira 90 kobo. And somebody is offering it for 10,227 naira 60 kobo. Again, why would you buy Seplat at 11,363 naira when somebody is offering it for 10,227 naira 60 kobo? Many people don't understand that they should be buying their stocks using the offer price, using using a limit order. You should be buying using limit order. But if, for example, the limit order is more than the market price, then you can buy it at market price, because there is a bit of technicality to this, which people may not understand. And I will show you an example now. Okay, let me look for okay, let's say Okomu. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, a good example would be NFD, NIDF. I tried it on
NIDF.
Friday.
Nobody
Okay,
wants to sell. Nobody wants to sell NIDF. Nobody wants to sell.
yes, nobody wants to sell an NIDF. Even if you offer, you can see people are offering 141 naira 90 kobo, even though the market price is 129. But I was in a group few days ago, and people were discussing, and I was participating. And somebody told me that he buys NIDF regularly. And I said, how do you get it? He said, if you use market order and the quantity you are buying is not a lot, that you will still get it. So I've said to myself, by Monday, when the market open, actually, let me just see if I can do it now. But if the market is not opened, you are not likely to be able to do it, to get it. But okay, let me use market order. So how much do I have left? Okay, I have about 10,000 plus in my account balance. So that should be able to buy me about 70 units. So let's say 70. Okay, so 70. So now I'm using market order because I don't want to use limit order. If you are using limit order and nobody is offering at the price that you are bidding, it's not going to be sold to you. Again, let's say, for example, okay, let me go back to MTN quickly before I come and buy this NIDF. Let me show you something on MTN.
But sir, this
Yes.
NIDF, I use the market order. I placed
Yes.
after a while, my order was cancelled. Nobody wants to sell.
that's what I believe will happen. But somebody was telling me on another platform that he used a market order and he was able to buy it. So until I try it as well and experiment, I wouldn't know whether what he's saying is true or not. But I believe if nobody is offering, whether you use market order or you use limit order, the transaction will not go through. But because I haven't experimented what that person says, I believe what you said, but
Yeah, I tried
I
it. I
will
tried it
also.
twice. I tried it twice.
Aha.
My order was cancelled. My money was funded back to me. Didn't go through.
Exactly. I believe what you said. Okay, so what I want to clarify to you now here is you can see that MTN is 800 naira per unit. So if I offer, let's say I offer 700 and let's say I offer 750 naira, will it be sold to me? If I offer 750 naira, will it be sold to me?
No, sir.
Yes.
No. Yes. Somebody said
Yes,
yes.
yes, yeah. Of course, it will be sold to you instantly.
If I offer
Yes.
750 naira.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. It will be so immediately within 3 minutes.
yes.
So
Yes.
why did you say it will be sold to me? Because we are trying to learn now. So the lowest offer is 749 naira 90 kobo, and I am offering 750 naira. Why will it be sold to me? I'm not saying you are right or wrong, but I
Because
just want us to.
somebody is willing to sell for 750.
Yes, you are right. You are right. Okay, you are right. You are right. Okay, so let's assume the lowest offer. Let's assume the highest bid is 745 naira. As you can see on the screen, the highest bid is a 745 naira. So I want to offer something more than the highest bid. So let's assume I now bid for 748 naira, which is higher than the rest of them. Will it be sold to me at 748 naira?
It can only be sold to you if somebody that is willing to sell adjusts the price to what you are offering.
Exactly, you are correct. So what that means is if the amount you are bidding is not already showing under the offer price, it is most likely it won't be sold to you. It is most likely, unless somebody change their mind and then offer exactly the same price that you are bidding. Now, okay, somebody is offering to sell it at 750, and even somebody is offering to sell it at 753 naira 50 kobo. If I decide to be generous and decide to bid for 760 naira, will they sell to me?
Yes.
Why? Why will they sell to me? You still don't understand what I've just explained. Even if I offer to buy it at 760 naira and under the offer price, 760 naira is not already showing, there is a very likelihood that the transaction will not go through. Your transaction will go through if what you are bidding is already showing under the offer
Offer
section,
price. Yes,
offer
yes.
price.
Yeah.
So even if you bid more money, than what is being offered, it is not going to be sold to you unless somebody change their price. And you don't want to rely on maybe somebody will change their price. Look, under the top offer we have here, 749, 990, 750, even if I bid for 753 naira 50 kobo, that transaction will go through within 5 minutes because the amount I'm bidding is already showing under offer. that transaction will go through instantly. Within 5 minutes, it will go through. So you should only bid what is being offered. Don't bid higher than what is offered. Don't bid lower than what is offered. If you are bidding anything outside what is being offered, there is a very likelihood that transaction will not go through. Okay, I hope everyone understands that.
Sir,
Okay,
again, I want to say something. When
yeah.
you're bidding, make sure you check the number of units that somebody is willing to sell. Because the number you want to buy is more than what somebody is willing to sell. They can only sell the unit that is available for sales. The rest will not go through. Your money will be returned back to you as well.
You are definitely correct, and I hope people are taking note of that point. Again, this is why I want this session to be interactive. I'm not the only one that understands it. So if people know things that can help others, please chip in. Let everybody understand. Let everybody learn from you. It doesn't have to be only me saying or explaining everything. If you know anything, chip in your own contribution. So what that gentleman has said is definitely true. They can only sell to you the quantity they are offering. If you are bidding for an exact price of what is being offered, but if the quantity you want is more than the quantity that is being offered, you will only get the quantity they are offering to sell. Okay, anybody else have any question quickly before we move on?
Okay, I think they consider the quantity too, the quantity of that you want to buy.
Yes, that's what we have just explained. They look at the quantity you want to buy. Let's say the offer price is 63 naira. I mean, there's somebody offering to sell this MTN for 63 naira. And no, sorry. Somebody offering to sell at 751 naira. And that person only have 63 units. So if you bid at 751 naira for 100 units, you bid at 751 naira for 100 units. It is only 63 units that will be sold to you at 751 naira. The remaining units of about 37 will not go through. They are not going to say because somebody is offering at 750 naira, they will now sell the remaining 33 units to you at 750 naira. No, they are not going to do that. So you have to bid for exactly the price that is being offered, and the quantity you want must be within the quantity that the person who made that offer have available. Okay, so anybody else have any question before we move on?
Okay, sir, I have one more thing to say. When you're trying to place your bidding with the lowest price offer for sale, you should be fast as well. Because if you waste time, somebody else will buy. Because the time I was trying to bid, before I could type the amount, the price, the stock already be sold already. So the lower price I was trying to buy it, I was not fast enough to type it out.
Yeah.
So if I could type it out and place my order, somebody has already bought it already. So I have to wait for a lower price again if I rebook again.
You are definitely correct. And to buttress that point, I will tell you my experience as well. I think, was it Okomo I was trying to buy, or MTN? I think it was Okomo or MTN. Let me just assume it was MTN. Let's say they were offering something like maybe 750 naira. And I bought, I think I bought about 10 units. I bought at 750 naira, which was the lowest offer. And then about 15 minutes later, I log in again, and somebody is already offering a lower amount than what I bought 10 minutes ago. So what that tells you is You cannot time the market and the price change all the time. Because you buy it at 750 naira now, it doesn't mean that is the lowest price you can get it. You can buy it for 750 naira now. Somebody else might log in 10 minutes later and get it for 740 naira. And then somebody else might log in another 10 minutes later, and the lowest offer might be 780 naira. So sometimes if you say you buy your stock at a particular price and somebody is now telling you, oh, it's now a lower price, it doesn't matter. When you bought it at a lower price than the market price, than the current price. That's fine. Move on. Don't lament on it. So if I buy it at 750 naira now, let's say I buy MTN at 750 naira now, and then 20 minutes later, I'm now telling somebody, oh, I bought MTN at 750 naira. And that person now tells me, oh, I checked like 5 minutes ago, it's now 740 naira. I'm not going to beat myself up about that and say, oh, I've missed. No, you can't time the market, because another 20 minutes, if I wait another 20, 30 minutes, the price might go up again to 780 naira. So once you buy, move on. And again, another thing I noticed, I think the price vary slightly on different platforms. There was a time I bought MTN on this platform. I think I bought it for about 750 naira. And then I was discussing with some people on the Smart Investor Telegram group, and somebody was telling me that on Bamboo, that the lowest offer for MTN is 740 naira. But on Stanbic IBTC, it's showing 750. Again, I'm not going to worry myself about those petty things. 750 is good enough. I've already made a gain of 50 naira per unit. If it is available at 740 on Bamboo, it's okay. I buy 99% of my stocks on Stanbic. So because it is available at a lower price on Bamboo, that doesn't mean I have to go and buy it on Bamboo. Though I have Bamboo as a backup, and it's always good to have a backup. When you have your main stock broker, but have a backup, even if it is just few units. So on Bamboo, I have just only 2 stocks. I have a Seplat, and I bought just 1 unit of Seplat just to test and see how Bamboo works. I have only 1 unit of a Seplat on Bamboo, and I think I have maybe about 5 units of Okomu on Bamboo. So I don't usually buy stocks on a Bamboo. I'm not saying Bamboo is not good, but I have chosen Stanbic as my main stock broker. I just have Bamboo as a backup. Other people, your main stock broker might be Bamboo, and you might have an Afri investor as a backup, or maybe Cowrywise or some other ones. So the price will be slightly different on different platforms, but don't worry about it. Don't go around looking how much is it on Afri Investor, how much is it on Bamboo, or how much is it on Cowry, because you cannot go and buy on that platform if you have not chosen those platforms as where you buy your stocks. Okay. Anybody have anything to chip in or to say or to ask before we move on?
Yes, I want to add a few things to what you just said. You're right, because I did that experience as well. I noticed I invest price was different from Bamboo, but I come to the conclusion that it depends on who is selling. Because the person who might be selling a stock on Bamboo might need this cash immediately and wants to sell at a very lower price. And those who were in IBC might don't want to sell on time. They just have the fixed price in their
Exactly.
mind. So the market is like that. It's not like going to the market to buy tomatoes from an island and mainland. The price is going to be different. It all depends
Exactly.
on where you're buying from and like you said, which app you're using. Like for me now, I'm using a Bamboo. Remember when I spoke to you on the phone, you told me not to put my assets in so many places. I should choose one and focus on one. So I sold my few stock I have and I invest and use the money and buy on Bamboo because I want to make Bamboo as my main broker.
Exactly. Can anyone tell me the difference between Stanbic IBTC and Bamboo? Can anyone tell me the main difference, the major difference, or between Stanbic IBTC and Afri Investor? Does anyone know the difference? All of them are stockbrokers, but does anyone know the difference between Stanbic IBTC and Afri Investor or Bamboo?
Yes, sir. I think one of the major difference is that Stanbic IBTC is quite established when it comes to stockbroking, and two, they also have the backing of a financial institution.
Yes, correct.
The level of
Go on, complete what you are saying.
So the level of trust in all of these platforms depends on their market capital, if I use such word. And so that's actually the difference. And Bamboo is not a direct stockbroker; it's an affiliate.
That is exactly what I am waiting for. That is exactly what I'm waiting for. Bamboo is not a direct stock broker. It has an affiliate. It has a major partner that they are how do you say it? Somebody is actually subletting part of their license to Bamboo. So Stanbic IBTC is what is called a direct stockbroker that got their license directly. But Bamboo is under another big stockbroker. Afri Investor is under another big stockbroker. That doesn't mean Bamboo is not good. That doesn't mean Afri Investor is not good. Because a stockbroker is under another stockbroker, it doesn't mean they are not good. But one of the things that you will notice is these stockbrokers that are under another stockbroker, the cost of buying stocks through them is going to be slightly higher than when you buy from a direct stockbroker. Because if I show you the fees that Stanbic IBTC is charging me for the units I buy, is very, very small compared to the fees that Bamboo will be charging. So in that respect, the difference between Bamboo and the Stanbic is not necessarily in terms of the fee, but it is in terms of their registration, their license. Stanbic is licensed directly, whereas Bamboo or other investment apps, under the other investment apps like Bamboo, like Afri Investor, they are under a major stockbroker. That's the difference. But in addition to that, the prices they charge for their fees will be different. Another example is on Bamboo. If I want to buy stock, if I have 3,000 naira in my wallet, I cannot buy stocks because I have to buy stocks worth at least 5,000 naira every time. Every time you buy stock on a Bamboo, it has to be at least. So if you put 10,000 naira in your wallet on Bamboo and you buy some stocks now, let's say you bought about 7,000 naira worth of stocks, and then 10 minutes later, you want to buy another stock, you can't. Bamboo will not allow you. You have to add another 2,000 naira to the balance of 3,000 naira you have. Then you can buy another stock at a minimum of 5,000 naira. So those are the little things you will notice with investment apps that are not directly licensed as a stockbroker. So these are the little, but again, not everybody can get on a Stanbic IBTC because some people have told me they want to register with Stanbic IBTC and it's difficult. The registration process is a bit tough for them. But I always tell people, if you know something is in your best interest in the long run, be patient, go through it all. Take your time. If you think Stanbic is good for you, take your time and do the registration. You can start with Bamboo, have all your stocks there, but keep trying to see whether you can register with Stanbic IBTC or any other directly licensed stockbroker. If you are lucky and you get through with a direct stockbroker, then you can move your stocks to them. When I started initially, I registered with Afri Investor, and along the line, Afri Investor, they did some things I didn't like, and then I moved my stocks from Afri Investor to Stanbic, and since then I've not bought any other stock on Afri Investor, even though I still have that account, but I've not bought anything on Afri Investor. But I also have Bamboo as a backup, and I've bought a few, just a few on Bamboo, and I keep it there. So that's just the main thing. But yeah, I mean, if I have to keep putting a balance of 5,000 naira in a Bamboo, I don't really like that. Again, if you have seen my post on the Smart Investor Telegram group, I did buy even 1 unit of MTN. I bought 1 unit of MTN on Stanbic. Stanbic allows you to buy any quantity you want at any price. So 1 unit of MTN is about 800 naira. If all I have in my wallet is 800 naira, Stanbic will allow me to buy MTN. But Bamboo will not allow you. I don't know what Afri Investor will do. So again, you have to take note of all these little difference, because if you are investing for the long term, you have to look for stockbroker that have your interest, and then you can stay with them for a long time. Okay, let's move on. Any question before we move on?
Yes, I have a question, please. How is the process to move? If I want to move my stock from Bamboo to Stanbic IBP, what's the process?
There are two options. The best option is not necessarily the easiest option. The best option will be to instruct Stanbic that you want to move your stocks to them, and for them to assist you to move those stocks from Bamboo to them. And then you notify Bamboo as well that you want to move your stocks. I have actually posted something along that line on the Smart Investor Telegram group, because I did that research with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT told me all the step by steps of what you need to do, which is you tell the stockbroker you want to go to, you register with them first, the one you want to go to, you register with them, you complete your registration. You will now tell them that you have stocks with a Bamboo, and Stanbic will give you a form to fill. You fill the form, you return it to Stanbic. Stanbic will now get in touch with a Bamboo and tell them, okay, we have this customer who wants to move all his stocks. But it was also suggested by ChatGPT that you should notify Bamboo that you want to move your stocks so that they can facilitate the process. They can make it easy. Because if Bamboo does not hear from you, and then Stanbic now shows up and say they want to move your stocks, Bamboo can refuse, because the owner of the stock has not told us. He has not instructed us. So
Okay.
you have to tell both parties. Tell Stanbic, complete your registration with Stanbic first, then tell them you want to move your stocks, and they will assist you. But you should also tell Bamboo that you want to move your stocks. And if Bamboo asks you to write a letter to them, then write a letter. If they want you to send just an email, then send email. But again, ChatGPT told me that in the process of moving your stocks, if you are moving to Stanbic, Stanbic will not ask you for any fee, but it's likely Bamboo will ask you for a small fee. So, but go and read that full post. It's on the Telegram investor, it's on
Okay,
the
sir.
Smart Investor Telegram group. I've
Okay, sir.
written a full post there. And if you don't see it, then just DM me. I will look for it and send to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I think I will do that, sir.
So the second option, which is not the best, but sometimes you can take it. And I will tell you what happened. When I was using an Afri investor, and I said I want to move my stocks from an Afri investor to Stanbic, and I had only 5,000 units at that time of a GT, of a Gitco. I have only 5,000 units, and I said I want to move it. And then Afri investor, each time I speak to their customer service, they put me on hold. It's like they were just dragging their feet. And I was thinking, how long is this going to go for? So after about 6 or 8 weeks or something like that, I just decided that instead of waiting to do it that smooth process, I sold my 5,000 unit on Afri Investor, collect my money, and use it to go and buy on Bamboo. That's another option. But if you sell it like that, just make sure you don't sell at a loss. Make sure you sell it for a good price. Take your cash, go and
But
buy wherever else. Somebody want to say something? Okay, does
yes, sir,
anybody?
I wanted to say, but in this second part you just made mention of, that is for people that have like low value on their portfolio. Someone with a large portfolio will have to like go through the first option you made mention of.
I'm telling you.
You
The
are
first one.
correct. That's why I said the easiest option may not be the best option. You know, sometimes they might frustrate you in doing what is called interbank transfer. The intermember transfer. The intermember transfer is supposed to run smoothly. You tell Stanbic, you've done your registration with Stanbic. You tell them you want to move your stocks from Bamboo. It should be a smooth and straightforward. But along the line, Bamboo might decide to frustrate you or slow the process down. So you have to be patient. But if you have just few stocks, sell it off, move on, which is what I did with an Afri investor. But like this other gentleman said, if you have 10 different stocks, what about 3 to 4 or 5 million naira? It's not easy to sell those kind of stocks and then take the cash and move. So you have to go through the normal process, inter-member transfer. I have made a post on the Smart Investor Telegram group, a detailed post. The step-by-step of what you need to do is on the Telegram group. Okay,
I
anybody
have
else
another
want?
question, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir,
go
as
on.
like you said, it's like a bank-to-bank transfer. Normally, during bank-to-bank transfer, if one of the bank is delaying, you copy the email to central bank and they intervene. Is it possible to copy CSCS, and they also intervene?
It is possible. Are you a member of my Telegram group? Because there is
Yes,
a
sir.
post I put there. There is a post I put there. I think it was last week. I think I put a post there. I bought some Seplat stocks, and Datamax is the registrar for Seplat. Datamax is taking too long to update my record with them for my Seplat stock. I have a Gitco, which is the registrar is a Datamax. So Datamax is managing Gitco, NGS Group, and Seplat. So I already have Gitco stocks on a Seplat. Sorry, I already have Gitco stocks, which Datamax is managing. I already have NGX stocks, which Datamax is managing. Now I bought Seplat, and Datamax is wasting time. They are not updating it properly. And I've sent them email repeatedly over a period of 3 months. I've written them, I've begged them, I've done everything. For 3 months, they were wasting time. So I decided, okay, what am I going to do? I went into ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT, if I have this kind of situation, what is the best way to go? So ChatGPT gave me step by step, and then even helped me to draft a strong letter and said I should send it to the regulatory body for Datamax. Datamax is a registrar, and the regulatory body for the registrar, the stockbroker, and all those organizations that operate within the stock market. The regulatory body is a SEC, Security Exchange Commission. So that letter that ChatGPT helped me to write, I just fine-tune it and put a few things in between. And then I attach all the previous emails that I have sent to Datamax. And then I now send that email and the document to Security Exchange Commission. And I copied Seplat because it is a Seplat stock. I copied Seplat and I copied Datamax. In less than 12 hours, what Datamax has been dragging their feet on, in less than 12 hours, they did the correct thing and even sent me a letter of apology. They did not even wait for SEC to interfere or to intervene or whichever way you call it. They did not even wait for Security Exchange Commission to call them or to talk. So these organizations, they have regulatory body. If they are wasting time, if they are not living up to expectation, you can send a complaint letter to their regulatory body. So you are right what you said. If you want to do inter-member transfer and the Bamboo is wasting too much time, you can write a letter to Security Exchange Commission, and very, very quickly, Bamboo will do the right thing. Okay, anybody else? Should we move on? Any question? Anybody want to chip in anything? Anybody want to say anything?
Yes, sir. You are very, very, very correct. You are very, very correct because I also have experienced it. A lot of them, their customer
Yeah,
representative
their customer service. Yeah, they sometimes they mess up. You
are
need to go and read the post, the letter I sent to Security Exchange Commission. You need to go and read it on the Smart Investor Telegram group. I put all those things there so that people can learn from it. I mean, there are times I have had to go through such things like, these organizations, they misbehave, and I'm just being patient. It's good to be patient. It doesn't mean that every little thing they do, we are going to write Security Exchange Commission or report them to their regulatory body. You don't have to abuse that opportunity to write their regulatory body. But if you have been patient for 3 months and they are approved, again, this is what I will tell you. If you are dealing with an organization, it's okay to phone them once in a while, but there is no track record of your phone calls. So it is better to do it with email because you have a copy of the email you send to them. And if they respond to you, you have a copy of the email they respond to you. And then you can document the dates that you actually write them. Because over that period, over that 3 months period, the information that Datamax is asking me to send them, I have sent it 4 different times. And I have even sent follow-up emails to them on several occasions. So the proofs are there. If you are writing any regulatory body, they will ask you to show evidence that you have done what you are expected to do and you have been patient with the system. But these people, they have just decided to frustrate you. You have to show that proof. So if you have that proof, then you can write their regulatory body. Okay, so I think we should move on.
Okay, sir.
Let me see what else is on the agenda. Okay. So we've had a look at how to buy stocks using limit order. Is there anyone here who is not using limit order when they buy their stocks? Is there anyone who is not using limit order? Okay. Is there anyone here who has not bought any stock at all? You don't have any stock. Is there anyone? Okay. I would assume everybody have some stocks. So that means at least if you have bought at least one stock, then it means you have the experience of how to buy. But the only thing you now need to add to it is how you buy. You've already bought before, but now you need to know how to buy using limit order. And that's what we've gone through. Okay, let's go to the next one. How to analyze stocks using stocks analysis, stock bubbles, and so on. So can anyone tell me, apart from stock analysis and stock bubbles, is there any other tool that you can use to analyze your stocks? Because these are not the only two in the market. There are many of them. Is there any other one? Can anybody give me an example?
Yes, sir. There is also a kind of under the NGX informations concerning different stocks, different companies, which can also aid one's research or analysis.
Okay, so let's just say NGX. Anybody else another name? Because
Yes, sir.
yeah, go
We have
on.
access worth.
Good,
Access
access
worth.
what? Right.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Anybody can give me any other one? There is trading view. There is trading view. There is Financial Times. There are many. There are many of them. So it doesn't have to be stock analysis or stock bubbles. But I've checked different ones and I find stock analysis very user-friendly. It took me a very short time to learn how to use it and to move around and get the result that I want. And another thing about stock analysis is that, before I started using stock analysis, and I've told this story before I started using stock analysis, I've always heard that it is good to have a stock tracker. A stock tracker is a tool that helps you to, it shows you a bigger picture of your portfolio. I'm going to show you live my stocks in stock analysis. It shows you a bigger picture, and then you can compare different stocks that you have. You can see how each of your stock is performing against similar stocks or against even other stocks in different sectors. So if you are not already using stock analysis or a similar tool like in stock analysis or stock bubbles, I will encourage you to find something, a tool that you can use, because buying stocks is not just, just buy it and leave it there. No, you have to you have to manage your portfolio properly. You have to know why you bought each stock that you have. If somebody is telling you there is Aradel, there is Seplat, how do you decide which one you are going to buy? It's not by hype. It's not by speculation. Aradel is cheaper. I will buy Aradel. No, it's not by speculation. You have to see the facts and figures. And you can only do that using tools like stock analysis. So it's a bit technical, but it's not complicated. It's not complicated. So let me go into stock analysis and then I can show you. Okay, can you see stock analysis on my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you see stock analysis?
Very well, sir.
Yes, sir, we can
Okay.
see.
Okay, can you see my portfolio in stock analysis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is my stock portfolio on stock analysis. And that, let me see what that we are treating on. Okay, so how to analyze stocks using stock analysis. How to analyze stocks. Because there are different things you can do. You can compare stocks, you can analyze them, you can check fundamental analysis, technical analysis, you can apply stock metrics. So when they say stock metrics, they are simply talking about all these headings you have here. Fundamentals, earning, forecast, performance, dividend. There are a lot of things you can check. So sometimes when people ask some cheap questions in the Telegram group, I'm just wondering if they have stock analysis, they can easily find answer to their question. But most people, they prefer to ask the question. They prefer somebody to give them fish. They don't want to learn how to catch fish. So if you are in stock analysis now, so let me look.
Sir, sorry, sir. Sorry for cutting you short. I
Yes,
have a question.
yes,
Stock analysis, I'm using it, but I noticed you have to manually add the number of units you have for the
yes,
to
yes.
update.
There are 3 items you need to add. Once you have added all those 3 items for each stock, once you have added those 3 items, you don't need to add anything again to those stocks. So when you add your stocks to stock analysis, the first thing you add is the name of the stocks. That's the first one. You can see where it says symbol. You put in the name of the stock. Actually, let me do an example.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about the holding. Like when you let's assume you have like 10 units of the stock, then you bought another 10 units late, maybe in a few days. You have to
Oh,
manually update.
yes. I understand what you are talking about. If you buy more, then you have to update the unit per price. And you also have to update the number of units that you have. Now, let me tell you why that is so. Majority of us, we are using the free version of a stock analysis. So if you are using the free version, then every time you buy additional stocks, you have to come and update the number of units you have and the average price. And it's not difficult to do. Just come back here. You don't buy stocks every day. Maybe you buy stocks once in a week or once in a month, or even there are times you only buy stocks once in a month or once in 3 months. So once you do that, you come back, you add, you change the number of units that you have, and you change the average price. That is because you are using the free version of stock analysis. I'm also using the free version. But if you want everything to update itself, then you have to use the paid version, because the paid version will be connected to your stockbroker. So as you are buying it with your stockbroker, it is being fed to stock analysis, and stock analysis will update itself. But for them to do that, you have to pay a subscription, and it's not expensive. I think it's about $20 per month or something like that, or maybe $10. I know there is a price, but I can't remember. So it's a matter of choice. Because for me at the moment, if all I have to do is just change the number of units and the average price, then it's not a big deal. I don't have to pay $20 every month just to automate it. But then I might get to a stage where I think, okay, it's all right, I'll pay that $20 and then everything will be automated for me. So it's a choice. Because if you pay $20 and they are automating it for you, it is still the same thing you can do. Though you can do a bit more, you can do a bit more. But the free version, I can compare my stocks, I can analyze, I can see everything I need to do. Then I don't need to pay that money. But then it might get to a stage I might think, okay, that $20 is not a big deal. I'll pay. So I hope that clears the issue for you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
Everybody
sir.
has...
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Was mute before.
Okay. So let's do a quick one. Okay, so you can see now, you can arrange your stocks in different ways. It gives you a bigger picture of your stocks. If I want to arrange my stocks according to which one has the highest price. So in my portfolio now, the stock with the highest price, highest unit price is a Seplat, followed by Okomu, followed by Dangote Cement, and then on and on and on like that. You can arrange your stock. So you have you when you put your stocks into stock analysis, it gives you a bigger picture, a better view, a better understanding. If you are not using stock analysis, you really don't understand your stocks unless you are using another tool. You really don't understand your stocks. Okay, shares owned. Okay, I can arrange it with which one has the highest number of units. So as you can see here, Gitco, I have a 50,000 units. SFS rate, I have 3,000 units. Stanbic, 3,000 units. Down like that. And what I have done, or the principle I am trying to follow, is that I want to make sure all my stocks have minimum of 1,000 units. So recently, I've just brought MTN to 1,000 units. MTN was about 800 units before, and I've been buying MTN aggressively. Sometimes I will buy 1 unit. Sometimes I will buy 10 units. Sometimes I will buy 20 units. I will buy 5 units until MTN got to 1,000 units. Now I'm going to be working on Okomu, NIDF, and Seplat until all of them get to 1,000 units. You must have a system. Don't just buy your stocks anyhow. Okay, Gitco, you have 253 units. SFS rate, you have 10,102 units. Stanbic, you have 768 units. You have them randomly like that, odd figures. It's good to always have a round figure. And when I say round figure, you should be rounding it to like maybe 200 units, 500 units, 1,000 units, 3,000 units, 5,000 units. This is just me. Somebody else might say, oh, that's not important. You know, it's okay. It's okay. But this is just me. I like to see round figures. It makes it look decent to me. I can look at
Yes.
Gitco and say, yes, I have 5,000 units. Oh, SFS rate, I have 3,000 units. But the ones that are below 1,000, I'm buying more gradually so that they can get to 1,000. So like I said, that MTN, I bought a few more couple of days ago, is now 1,000. So now I'm going to be buying more of Okomu until Okomu gets to 1,000. And then I'm going to be buying more of NIDF and Seplat until everything gets to 1,000. Can anyone tell me one fundamental problem with my portfolio? Anybody? Anybody want to guess?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
One
9, 10,
fundamental
11.
problem.
1,
Well,
2,
I can
3.
see somebody counting. It's not about the number of units. The number of units are okay. The
No,
number
not
of,
the no. You said it is within 1 million. I think 1 million to 10 million should get 10
10
stocks.
units. Yes,
units in different
yes,
sector.
yes,
But
but my stock portfolio is already over 10
okay,
million.
yeah, it's about 10 million
So
already.
it's already over 10 million, and I have 11 stocks. I have 11 stocks. So 11 is still all right for what I have. In fact, the value of my stock portfolio was about 200. But, recently the NGX, the prices have been coming down, coming down, coming down. But again, I tell people, when the price comes down, don't panic. What should you do? You
Buy
buy
more.
more. Exactly. You buy more. Because next time it's going to start rising. It's only people that have bought when the price came down that will enjoy the bearish run, or sorry, the bull run. It is people now that they are offering MTN for 749 naira. Some people might be thinking, oh, they bought MTN when it was 800. They bought it when it was 780. They bought it when it was 850. Now it has come down to 749. Oh, my stock is losing value. I'm even going to sell it off. No, this is not the time to sell your stocks. When the price is coming down, that's when you should buy more. Because when it is going to start picking up again, you are going to be part of the people that will enjoy the bull run. So anybody want to tell me one major problem with my portfolio? Nobody is picking it up. Okay, let me tell you. There is only one problem, but I'm managing it. If you look at the stocks that I have, Gitco, I have 50,000 units. And the rest of them, 3,000 units, 3,000, 1,000, and there are others that are less than 1,000 units. It's not a good idea to have one stock dominating all the other stocks too much, because the value of Gitco alone in my portfolio, okay, look at the market value of Gitco, is nearly 6 million naira. So that means Gitco alone is like more than about 50% of the value of my stock portfolio. So ideally, you should have most stocks, you should buy similar or about the same range. So if you have Gitco maybe about 20,000 units, you should have an SFS REIT about 5, maybe Stanbic about 5, but it shouldn't be wide apart. But what happened is that Gitco is the very first stock that I bought. And when I bought it, they did a public offering and they were selling it at 44 naira 50 kobo. And at that time, I just decided I'm going to go all in. And then I bought 45,000 units, which cost me, I think, about 2.2 million. And then few weeks later, I bought additional 5 units, which made it 50,000 units. And after that, I've been buying other stocks. And to be honest, I'm happy I bought that quantity of Gitco because Gitco has performed exceedingly very well. The total money I spent on my Gitco is less than 2.5 million, but the value of my Gitco is now nearly 6 million. So it's a good opportunity that I bought those number of units at that time. Because if I have to, Gitco can never go back to a situation where they will sell it for 44 naira, 50 naira, 70 naira. I don't think Gitco will ever go back to below 100 naira. It might come to 115. It might even come to 105. But I can't see Gitco going below 100 naira. So I took a very good advantage and bought that huge number of units. So now what I'm doing is I'm not buying any more of Gitco. Even if they now sell Gitco for 100 naira per unit, I'm not going to buy anymore. I'm going to be buying other stocks. Maybe once all the other ones that are below 1,000, when they get to 1,000, then I'm going to buy more of Stanbic. Maybe I will take Stanbic to 5,000. I will take SFS REIT to 5,000. Then I'm going to go to NGX Group and bring it up to about 3,000. Then I'm going to bring Dangote Sugar to about 5,000 units. I'm going to bring MTN to about 3,000 or 5,000. So that way, I'm going to keep rebalancing my portfolio, but I'm not buying any more of JITCO. But I have no regret that I bought a 50,000 unit, because the reward that I've gotten from JITCO is unbelievable. In the first year, after I bought a JITCO, in the first year, the dividend they paid me was over 300,000. In the second year, which was 2025 financial year end, the dividend they paid me is about 600,000. So 600,000 naira. So I have no regret. And this is why I tell people, buy stocks that pay dividend. Don't just buy stocks because you want the value to increase. Some people will say, oh, well, the return on investment is good. After about 3 or 4 years, it's going to do about a 500% return on investment. Well, I don't buy that idea. It's good to have stocks that the return on investment is good. And I always say, buy stocks that have potential for capital growth. But I also say at the same time, buy stocks that pay you dividend. You need cash flow. You need cash flow. And there are stocks out there that have good balance of capital growth and dividend income. And JITCO is a very good example of that. All the money I've put into JITCO, let's say maybe about 2.2 million. And within the 2-year period that I have got JITCO, they have paid me dividend of about 900,000 naira. So which means I have collected back nearly half of the money I used to buy it. And that's the way a business person should be thinking. Don't think that, oh, it's okay if they don't pay me good dividend, as long as the value is going up, then maybe in 3 years' time or 5 years' time, I can sell it. No. An investor don't think about selling their stocks. You don't think about selling it. Let it pay you dividend. That's the most important. It's also good for the capital to grow. But for me, the return, the dividend is more important. The dividend is more important. Okay, let's say, for example, now you buy some shares, let's say like JITCO, and maybe every year they keep paying me dividend. Within about 3 or 4 years, I would have collected back all the money I used to buy JITCO. And God forbid, maybe another 2 or 3 years down the line, if the market crash and JITCO now goes down to maybe 50 naira per unit, I won't be happy. But can I say I've made a total loss? No, I have not made a total loss, because I've collected all the money I put in there. I've collected it back. So the more reason you should buy stocks that pay you dividend, and good dividend. I'm not talking of stocks that pay you 20 kobo per share, 50 kobo, 80 kobo. No, I'm talking of stocks. Okay, look at the shares that these stocks are paying. I'm sorry, the dividend. Look at this dividend now. Where is it? Okay. So how much is the highest dividend here? Can you see? How much is the highest dividend? Anybody, unmute yourself. Let's interact, please.
Okay.
What's the highest dividend that is being paid? Highest dividend per share.
It should be Seplat.
Exactly. How much are they paying?
Seplat pay 414
naira.
naira.
Exactly.
Sir,
And
I have a question. Sorry for cutting you short. I have a question.
Okay.
So what you were saying about buying the stocks to certain amounts, and I was thinking that buying the stock that pays the highest dividends more units than the stocks that pay less dividends. That's what I was thinking how to build my portfolio. That's why Seplat, I have more of Seplat. I spend, I think, almost 400,000. I have 36 units of Seplat. So I wanted to like the stocks that pay more dividends to try to buy more unit of that stock. Then why I go to the other stocks that pay less dividends. Is it okay or?
Yeah, well, yes, you are right. But how do you determine which stock pays you more dividend? How do you determine it?
I checked from our previous conversation and from the stock analysis, the stocks that paid dividend like 3 times a year, 4 times a year. Then
Okay.
I checked the dividend value too as well.
Okay, so amongst all the stocks in my portfolio now, which one do you think is the most profitable? Which one do you think is the most profitable amongst all the stocks that I have? It's not about looking at the high figures. There are some technicalities to it. Which one do you think is the most profitable? Even though Jitco has paid me the highest amount of dividend, but it doesn't mean it is the most profitable. Jitco has done extremely very well. But if you want to determine which stock is most profitable to you as an investor, the key information you should be looking for is the dividend yield. Which one pays the highest dividend yield? So dividend yield means for every 1 naira that you invest in that stock, you are getting back this percentage of dividend. But unfortunately, you may have low units in that particular dividend. So for example, the most lucrative stock on my portfolio is NIDF because the dividend yield for NIDF is 14.47. The higher the dividend yield, the better the stock, the more money you get back. So for NIDF, the dividend yield is 14.47%, but I have only 200 units of NIDF. Where is NIDF? I have only 200 units of NIDF. So this is the way you know which stock is most lucrative. But again, you cannot just go out and say you will only buy stocks that have dividend yield of 14.47%. There are not many stocks like that.
No, sir. What I'm trying to say, because the capital appreciation, like you said, I remember vividly you said earlier you bought your step plan, I think around 10,000 or so, but now the price has gone up. So I'm thinking that for the price to keep going up, why not just buy the ones that's a bit expensive before the price skyrocket again and like go forward
Of
again?
course. In fact, the price of a Seplat has even come down to, I think, about 10,000 something, 10,200 or 10,300, which is quite good. When I bought Seplat initially, I paid 9,500 for the 5 units. And then the price went to 10,000. It went to 10,000 naira, and then it went to 10,450. And then before you know it, it crossed 11,000 naira, and then 11,300 or something. But now the price has come down again to about 10,300. So you should be buying more of those stocks now. because the price will go up again. It will go up again. But I'm also saying there is no one cap fits all. There are many things you have to consider when you buy your stocks. And again, sometimes you will just have to use one key thing to determine, because the stocks that pay you 3 or 4 times in a year may not be the one that gives you the highest dividend yield.
Okay, sir.
So you have to weigh everything against each other. Do you want the one that pays you 4 times in a year? Or do you want to buy the one that gives you the highest dividend yield? Or do you want to buy the one that gives you the highest return on investment, the one that has the highest capital growth? Or do you want to buy the ones that pay you 414 naira per share, whereas others may pay you, whereas others may pay you 55 naira per share? So there is no one cap fits all. You just weigh everything against each other. As long as they are doing well, then just buy it.
Okay, sir. One more question. What will you advise to do right now? Dangote IPO is coming soon. Should we keep the money for Dangote or just buy other stocks? Or is it advisable to buy at a cheaper rate, more units when the IPO comes out?
No, the best thing to do is, if you have the money, put the money in high interest savings accounts. Can anyone give me an example of a high interest savings account? I've talked about this many times. High interest savings accounts.
Money
Anybody?
market fund. Money market fund.
No, money market fund is different from high interest savings account. Money market fund, you are talking of like a Stanbic money market fund, GT money market fund. It's also a good way of preserving your money and keeping it in a way that is still working for you. But high interest savings account, an example that comes to my mind is a piggy vest. Piggy vest, I don't know, some of you should be familiar with piggy vest. Piggy vest, they have a piggy bank. And if you save your money in a piggy bank, they give you 16% per annum as interest. And you can only...
But
Sorry?
the time frame now, Dangote IPO is coming up on September. So if you put your money in piggy
vest... Okay, you are right. So that means you have to look at different options. Yeah, I understand what you are saying. Dangote Refinery, from what we are hearing, it's likely to be around September. So if you put your money in a piggy vest, you have to time it such that you can maybe take that money out around August. Because with piggy vest, even though you can withdraw 4 times in a year, but they are flexible. You can choose the date you want to withdraw. But the date you withdraw, then it means you have to wait for another 4 months before you withdraw again. So if, let's say, you put your money in piggy vest now, and they tell you the first date you can withdraw. So this is June. So July, August, September, October. So the first time you can withdraw will be October if you put your money in now. So maybe that might not even be an ideal situation if the first time you can withdraw is October. So you can put it in the money market fund. That's another good one. But again, with the money market fund, I think Stanbic is offering 15.5%. Gitco is offering about 17.18%. And there are some other ones that will give you maybe 19% or 20%. But just do your research. Which one are you going to put your money into? You don't necessarily have to put it in the one that pay you 20%. Anything from 15% is good, as long as the company have a good track record. They are stable. You can withdraw your money when you need it, and they are not in any problem. Then you can put it in money market fund. Or you can think of it. But for me, I wouldn't like the idea of, use it to buy stocks now, and then in September, you now sell those stocks. I just don't like selling my stocks. But again, some people might say they don't mind. They can use it to buy one stock now, and then when that time comes, they will now sell those stocks. But how do you know? If you buy a stock now, let's say you buy MTN now at 800 naira, and you are thinking in September you're going to sell your MTN. What if in September MTN is now selling for maybe 700 naira? You're going to lose money. So the best way to preserve that money is to put it somewhere that it is not going to lose value. Even if the interest they pay you is small, but that money is not going to lose value. And a good idea would be putting it into money market fund. Because money market fund, it's likely you are going to get your full capital back, and they would have been paying you, little interest over the time. And it's the same thing if you put it in piggy vest. But piggy vest, you can only withdraw 4 times in a year. But find somewhere to put your money. But I wouldn't suggest buy stock, because you cannot predict any stock. Even though some of them, they've gone up in value. Yes, okay. We know that it's possible for Okomu to go up. We know it's possible for Seplat to increase. There is a possibility that MTN, which is 800 naira now, may be 1,000 naira in September. But there is also a possibility that same MTN, it might be 700 in September. So just think of the best way you can preserve your money so that it doesn't lose value.
Sir, please, Stanbic IBP selling will they be selling the Dangote IPO on their platform?
No.
Okay.
There are very few stockbrokers that has already been approved to sell it on their platform. Well, don't let me say no. I'm not sure. But I always tell people, don't buy from stockbrokers. If you have the opportunity to buy from NGX Invest, buy from NGX Invest. Can anybody tell me why it is better to buy from NGX Invest than to buy from any stockbroker? Can anyone tell me why you should buy from NGX Invest?
And like you say, NGX Invest will not take charge for any service fee, right?
Exactly.
But now, recently, Bamboo and other platforms said you can buy, but I don't know if they're going to take charges to buy on their platform, or it will be the same price.
They don't need to tell you. Bamboo is a private organization. If Bamboo can say the minimum stock you can buy is 5,000 naira, Bamboo is looking for every opportunity to get money out of you. When you buy stock on Bamboo, you pay more money, you pay more fee than I pay on a Stanbic. If you are going to buy a Dangote refinery IPO on a Bamboo, you think they will sell it to you without any fee? That's not possible. It's a private organization and they are there to make money. Even if you buy Dangote refinery IPO on Stanbic, you will still pay fee. It may not be as much as what you will pay on Bamboo, but you will still pay fee because Stanbic is also a private organization. But when you buy it on NGX Invest, it's free, no fee. NGX Invest is a government organization. It's a government body. The Dangote Sugar, they did a right issue. And I bought some. I didn't pay any fee on NGX Invest. I bought some of Dangote Sugar right issue. I didn't have to pay any fee. But that Dangote sugar right issue. If I have bought it on any other platform, I would have had to pay fee. So it's very simple and straightforward. If you buy it anywhere else, apart from NGX Invest, you're going to pay the fee to the broker. And I don't know what the fee will be, but definitely you will pay more fee if you buy it on Bamboo compared to buying it on Stanbic. And I don't know whether Stanbic will sell it on their website. I don't know. But for me, my focus is to buy it on NGX Invest. Do your registration. You have more than enough time. Do your registration with NGX Invest. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Sir,
Buy
I
it.
want to ask a question. I've been trying to open NGI Invest. I think I told you my problem earlier, which I'm trying to face. Can somebody who has an account like you that has an account on NGI Invest buy for somebody? Like I give you the money to buy the shares for me. Is that possible?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. But the thing is, you know they are going to ration it out to everybody. So if, for example, I say I want to buy, let's say I decide I want to buy 1,000 units of a Dangote refinery IPO. I may be lucky they will sell all the 1,000 units to me. But if it is oversubscribed, they might say, oh, they can only sell 700 units to me because they want to sell to as many people as possible. They might decide they will sell only 700 units to me. But again, they can do it as a first come, first serve. If they open it today and I get in very quickly and I decide to buy 1,000 units, they might decide to sell 1,000 units to me. If you get in tomorrow and you say you want to buy 2,000 units, they will sell the 2,000 units to you. If somebody else wants to get in the third day and say they want 100 units, they might tell you, sorry, it's all gone. That's the more reason you should be ready. The moment they say they open it up today, your money should be ready. You should buy it straight away. You cannot afford to say, I will buy it tomorrow. If they open today, your money should be ready today. If you are thinking, okay, I'll buy it tomorrow, tomorrow is too late. In fact, if they open it 9 a.m. and you are thinking, I will come back at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you are already too late. You are already too late. And that's the more reason, if you are thinking you will get it on Bamboo, you will get it on Stanbic, before it even gets to Bamboo or Stanbic, it may be, or everything may have gone completely within 1 hour on NGX Invest. So you just have to think about it and prepare yourself.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Any question, anybody, anything? Okay, so as you can see, if you are using stock analysis, you can look at the dividend. Under dividend, you can rearrange all this information. Which one is giving you the highest dividend yield? And any stock that is giving you 3% or more as dividend yield is a good one. It doesn't mean all your stocks have to give 3%. Some might give you 3%, and after a while, they might fall back to 2.9, 2.7. But any stock that is giving you 3% is definitely good. But if a stock is giving you 1%, 1.5, 1.8, it's not the best. But the more stocks you buy, you will have some stocks that pay you less than 3% dividend yield. And that's why I always tell people, if your portfolio is 500,000 and you now decide to go and buy 15 stocks, there will be many of those stocks that have dividend yield of less than 3%. In fact, a lot of them might even have less than 2% dividend yield. So that's why, because your stock portfolio is 10 million naira, that doesn't mean you should have 30 stocks. because the more stocks you are buying, there is a probability that you're going to be buying low value stocks. Low value stocks does not even necessarily mean that you're buying it 10 naira per unit or you're buying it 30 naira per unit. No, but I'm talking in terms of low value in the sense that what dividend are they paying you? Because if a company is paying you dividend yield of maybe 1%, 1.2%, which translates to maybe they are paying you 70 kobo per unit. Even if you buy a share, let's say you buy a share for 20 naira, and they are now paying you dividend per share of 30 kobo, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't know why people buy shares or stocks that pay them dividend in kobo. And sometimes I think majority of the people that are buying those stocks, they haven't read the financial books of this company. Because I go into their account and I can see this company that are paying you 50 kobo per share, 30 kobo, even 10 kobo per share as dividend. If you look at their books, they are making profit in billions. So if a company is making profit in billions, what excuse can they give you that will make you to buy their shares? Oh, okay, we are recapitalizing. We are using it to strengthen the company. We are using it to do this. It's all excuses. Look at their board of directors. Go and look at the houses where they live. Go and look at the cars they drive. Go and look at the bonuses they give to each other. Go and look at the packages they enjoy. They go on holiday abroad. They probably even take their family along. And yet they are giving you excuses. Oh, we have to strengthen the company. We have to buy more equipment. We have to do more investments. And they are paying you 30 kobo per share as dividend. No, I can't put my money in those kind of company. So the bottom line, you want to buy stocks that pay good dividend yield. It's not about the dividend per share. The dividend per share is good, but the dividend per share does not even mean that stock is the best in your portfolio. Let's see. Okay, like we said earlier on, Seplat is paying 414 naira per share, which is very good, which is very generous. There's no doubt about it. But if I have to look at which of my stock is giving me the best return, I'm going to say it is, let's say, it is NIDF. Unfortunately, I have only 200 units of NIDF. So I'm desperately looking for how to buy more. And come to think of it, NIDF is only 129 naira per unit. What if I have bought 50,000 units of NIDF? That will be paying me much more money than what JITCO is even paying me. JITCO has done very well. There's no doubt about it. What they are paying me is extremely very good. But their dividend yield is 11.04. So if I have bought those 50, even if I have bought 10,000 units of NIDF, that will be a lot of money that I will be getting. So again, I always tell people, it's not about the price. Okay, the price of the stock is high or is low. That's not the issue. Whether you buy it for 10 naira per share, or you buy it 300 naira per share, or it's 1,000 naira, or even it is 10,000 naira per share that you bought it, that is not the important thing. The important thing is how much are you getting back for every naira, for every 1 naira that you invest in that stock. How much are you getting back? The higher the dividend yield, the better for you. But dividend yield is not the only criteria, because there are some stocks, their dividend yield is not that high. For example, like Seplat, their dividend yield is only, let me see, Seplat. Where is Seplat now? I can see Seplat. Yeah, Seplat. Their dividend yield is 3.65%, but they pay 4 times in a year. So I think I would rather want to put money in that as well. If they are paying, as long as the dividend yield is 3%, then it's okay. But even if it is 2.5, it's all right. It's not bad. You cannot get all the good stocks. The more stocks you are buying, the bigger your portfolio is getting. The bigger your portfolio is getting, you will have some baggages that are not really the best. And there is no way you can do it. There will be 1 or 2 stocks that are not giving you the best return that you want. But as long as it is just 1 or 2, then your portfolio can absorb it. But if your portfolio is less than 1 million naira and you now have 10 stocks and about 5 of them are paying you a dividend yield of 1%, which equates to, I don't know, something like 30 kobo per share. You don't need 5 stocks that are paying you that kind of cheap money, or not even paying you at all, because there are some stocks, they don't even pay you dividend. They will tell you their capital is growing, but it's not about capital is growing. I want cash. I want cash flow. Anyway, I will encourage everyone, register with stock analysis. If you don't register with stock analysis, if you put your data into it, once you come out, everything will be wipe off. But if you register, then it will remember your information. Okay, let's move on. I think we've spent quite a bit of time on that. Let's move on. Let me see. Okay, we've gone into how to analyze stocks. So you just need to go and practice a little bit more. How to apply for e-dividend mandate for new stocks. Does anybody know how to apply for e-dividend mandate? When you buy new stocks, how do you apply for e-dividend mandate? Or what is even e-dividend mandate? Can anybody help us? Can anyone help us?
Yes, sir. The registrar actually take the administrative aspect of the stocks. So one could write a mail to them for them to send you a copy of a PDF or a soft copy of their e-dividend mandate, which you fill, put all the necessary details, and send it back. And that's the way. Your mic is muted, sir.
Yeah, sorry. What is e-dividend mandate? Why do you have to apply for e-dividend mandate?
Okay, if that's the question, is for you to be able to get your dividends from the company through the registrar. So the registrar offers that form or that service for you to access your dividends from the company, sir.
Okay, you are right, but I will help you a little bit. The purpose of e-dividend mandate is for the registrar to be able to pay your dividend directly into your bank account without you doing anything. As long as the company declare dividend, your dividend will be paid directly into your bank account by the registrar. You don't have to go and request for it. In the past, what do they normally do? They will send you a check and then you will have to go and cash it. But everything is now advanced. Nobody send you check anymore. In fact, I was surprised. Somebody was talking to me a few days ago, and this person was saying that he instructed his bank to buy some shares for him. And I'm saying, in this modern age, is anyone still instructing their stockbroker to buy shares for them? Are you still buying shares manually? Everybody is buying their shares digitally now. You log in into your stockbroker app or into your stockbroker website. You buy your shares. Even in the middle of the night, you wake up 2 a.m., you feel like selling some shares. You log in and you sell your shares. You wake up in the morning, you feel like buying more shares. You log in and you buy shares. But somebody was telling me, and that's not the first person. I've seen a couple of people that tell me they instruct their stockbroker to buy some shares for them. Some people are not growing with time. They are not upgrading. They are not updating themselves. Like somebody said, those people, they are using analog mind to live in a digital era. This is the digital era. Everything is done online. You don't call your stockbroker. You don't call your registrar. Everything should be done automatically online. So the purpose of e-dividend mandate is for the registrar to be able to pay your dividend directly into your bank account. And for that to happen, there are two ways you can do it. You can request for the e-dividend form and fill it manually. But I really don't know why anybody will want to do that, be requesting for a manual form, when you can do it online. Why do you want to be requesting for a manual form? Once you buy your stock, okay, what Stanbic normally do? Every time I buy stocks, Stanbic will send me a link, and that link will take me to a vault where I can find all the forms for all the registrars. I can fill the form for the relevant registrar and then send the form manually through email. But why do I want to download the form, fill it, attach a document to read, and then send it by email? Why do I want to do that? I can easily click a link and go to the EDSS portal. And then I can put in the name of the stock that I have just bought and do everything online and move on. And that's the way I would suggest you should be doing your e-dividend mandate. You only need to do e-dividend mandate when you buy a stock for the first time. If you buy additional units, you don't need to do it. But Stanbic will always send you for every time you buy new stocks, Stanbic will send you that link for the e-dividend mandate, because they don't know whether you are buying it for the first time or second time or third time. They will always send you that link. But you have to know that you only fill the e-dividend mandate form the first time you buy a stock. If you buy, I bought more units of MTN recently. I didn't fill the form because I filled it many months ago when I first bought MTN. But all the units of MTN that I've bought after that, I didn't fill it. I didn't fill the e-dividend mandate. I only fill it when I buy a new one. So let me see if I can find the link for the e-dividend mandate websites.
But sir, this e-dividend mandate you're talking about, when I bought from Bamboo, I didn't fill it, and I got my dividends straight into my account. I was surprised. I never filled any of the form.
Well, I think Bamboo is one of those, how do you call them? Is one of those investment apps that do their things in a unique and different ways. Because many people have said to me, when you register with Bamboo, Bamboo automatically get your CSCS number for you, and they have already activated you to use CSCS website. It's only left for you to go and register. Once you register, you can get in straight away.
Yes,
but most other stockbrokers, even if they get your CSCS number for you, after you have done the registration and paid the subscription, you still have to inform them that you have registered. Then they will now activate you to be able to use CSC's website. So Bamboo have its own advantage, or they have areas where they are good. So if you don't need to fill the e-dividend mandate, then it's a plus for Bamboo. They've done very well in that area. They've done very well. But with other investment app or with other stock brokers, the first time you buy stocks, you need to fill the e-dividend mandate. Let me see. I haven't stored that link, but does anybody have the link to go to the e-dividend mandate website? Okay, I will look for it. Let me see if I can find it. Just bear with me. Just bear with me 1 minute. I'll find the link and then we can go there. Just a minute, I'll be with you. I should have kept that link handy somewhere, but again, if I can't find it here, I will just do a search on Google. Okay, let me see if I'll do a search on Google. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
EDMMS portal. Okay, can you see what is on my screen? Can you see EDMMS self-service? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this is where you apply for e-dividend mandate. So let me see. I'll put this link into the chat area. Copy. How do I get to chat area? Okay,
You
so
can post it in the channel,
okay, you mean on the
Telegram channel. I think, yeah, I think
Okay,
that would be
okay.
better.
Okay, that's fine. I'll put it on the Telegram channel. Okay, so this is the EDMMS portal. This link, you need to save it. When you buy a stock for the first time, you come in here, you put your BVN number, you put the name of your bank, you put your account number for your bank, you put your last name, and you click submit. If all this information are correct, it then opens the form for you, and then you fill the form online and you submit online, and then they will generate EDMMS code for you. That code, you need to keep it. Just in case your registrar says they did not receive the form you submit, then you can quote the code number that was generated for you when you submitted the form. So every registrar is linked to this portal. All you have to do is put your BVN, put your bank name, your account number, and your last name. If all these things are correct, it should open the form for you. Inside the form, you now put additional information about you. And then you now select the name of the registrar that you want. This platform goes to all registrars. You then select the name of the registrar that you want and you click submit, and that's it. And then once the registrar receive it, they will update their record. Anytime that company pays dividend, they just pay it directly into your bank account. So this is the EDMMS self-service portal. And this is how you should be doing your e-dividend mandate. If you don't do it this way, the alternative is for you to download a PDF form. And then when you download the form, then you have to print it and write the form. You fill it by hand. And then you now scan it again and you now send it by email. And you have to attach all the documents to that email, proof of address and proof of proof of identity and whatever else that they want you to attach. You do it manually and you send by email. But why do you want to fill form manually when you can do everything online? If you do it online, you just upload your documents and then you attach it, you submit. So this is how you do your e-dividend mandate. Okay, let's move on quickly so that we don't get stuck on one thing.
Sorry, one more question, sir.
Yes.
How do you get the form online?
This form, the e-dividend mandate form?
Yes, sir. When you were explaining my network with it.
Okay. This form you are looking here, you only use it when you buy a stock for the first time. When you are buying a share, let's say you don't have any stock at all. Now you decide to buy JITCO. After you have bought JITCO and that JITCO stock appears in your stockbroker website, then you need to come and fill this form so that the registrar of a JITCO can pay your dividend at the right time. To get to this website, the link you need to follow, I will put it in the Telegram group. But just in case you are not on that Telegram group, I will post it here as well, because I know some people may not be member of the Smart Investor Telegram group. So
I've joined the group. I've been on the
you have
group.
joined. Okay. So I'll put it on the Telegram group so that you can see it there. I'll put it there. And if you do have any question, ask your question in the Telegram group as well. I always try to reply people as much as possible. Sometimes I may be able to reply immediately, but sometimes I may not be able to reply immediately if I'm not logged into my laptop. But if you have question, ask it in the group. I will definitely reply you. So I'll put the link there. Okay, let's go to the next one. Unless anybody wants to ask a question. Okay, so let's see what is next. How to track your lost shares and apply for unclaimed dividend on old stocks. Does that apply to anybody here? Do you have any stock you bought some years ago, you've lost track, and you have not been receiving your dividend? Does that apply to anyone here?
No, but I know someone who told me, I think 2 days ago, they was asking that exactly the same thing you just said now. They bought a stock a very, very long time ago during the time you buy from the bank, but they don't have the certificate or so. I told her I don't know how to go about it, but I will check if it's possible to gain back the stocks.
Okay, it is definitely possible. I've helped people to do this a couple of times and they got their money back. There is a simple process they need to follow. I should have bookmarked this somewhere here. I've put that information in the Smart Investor Telegram group. So now I have to go and look for it. It's somewhere there, but let me go and look for it. If I have put a link here, it would have been a lot easier. But let's see. Okay, right. Let me go to the Telegram group and see if I can find that information, the process they need to follow. Okay. Just bear with me 1 minute. There are so much information in that Smart Investor Telegram group, but people are just not making use of it because all these things are there. But let me go back. I think I should be able to find it. Just a minute. Bear with me.
Sir, I wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, go on.
So how about some of those companies that walked away from the NGX and they paid a how they call it a settlement or something like that?
You mean companies that fold up, or
Yeah, in
what do you mean walk away? Are you talking of companies who no longer have their stocks on the NGX?
yes, sir.
Okay. Usually, if a stock leaves the NGX, sometimes it might be because a bigger company bought them or they merge with another company. So what you then need to do is you need to find out which company they merge with. And it's very easy to find out. Can anyone tell me how to find out? Let's say, for example, there is a company called Gerard Company, and they merged with another company, or they completely left the NGX. How do you find out information about that company? Can anyone tell me?
You could make a
Any?
Google
Sorry?
search. A Google
Yes.
search.
Yes, you can use Google. You can use Google. But what is even a better way to check instead of Google? You use
Maybe
ChatGPT. ChatGPT is more advanced and will give you more information. If you use ChatGPT, ChatGPT will give you more information than Google will give you. So, whatever the name of that company is, type it into ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT, this company is no longer on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. What happened to it? Did it fold up? Did it merge with another company? Was it delisted? You ask ChatGPT and ChatGPT will give you the answer. When you now know the answer, that's how you know how to proceed. If, for example, it merged with another company, then you look for the name of that company. ChatGPT will tell you the name of the company it merged with. And then you can now go and put the name of that company into the EDSS portal. Actually, let's do it this way. Because any company that was previously listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, even if they now fold up, whatever dividend you were entitled to before they fold up, all those dividends would have been sent to the registrar. The way it works is every year when a company declares dividend, they send that money to their registrar. Once they send the money to their registrar, that money does not go back to the company. So let's say, for example, Okomu declare dividend, and that dividend, they send it to their registrar. Whatever amount it is, whether it is 1 billion naira or whatever, they send the money for the dividend to their registrar. So Okomu has done their own part. It is the responsibility of the registrar to pay all the investors. Now, let's say, for example, when they are paying that dividend, maybe your bank account was not okay, or for whatever reason, you didn't get paid. And then Okomu now goes out of business. Your money is not lost because that money is already sent to the registrar. So even if Okomu goes out of business, the money you are entitled to, you can still get it. The money has already been sent to the registrar. The registrar will keep that money for some time. I don't know, maybe 2 years, 3 years, or whatever number of time. If you don't show up after some time, the registrar will now put that money in a depository fund, which the federal government of Nigeria have already set up. Any dividend that is not collected, the registrar will send the money to that fund. Anytime you show up, you will get your money. Anytime you show up, you will get your money. But it may now take you a little bit more effort for you to prove that you actually bought the stock and you have documents to back it up. So let's go into it so that if I just keep explaining, it will be a bit of abstract. So let's go into it. So on the Telegram, on the Smart Investor Telegram group, if you look at it, are you seeing my Telegram group? Can you see it?
No, sir, still on the menu.
Okay, on the menu. Okay, let me share this screen. Let me share this new screen.
Sorry, sir. Sir, you were talking about recovering old stocks.
Yes. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, can I see your Telegram screen now?
Okay, sorry, somebody is trying to ask a question. What is your question?
I was talking about the old stocks, like stocks gotten long ago, which you have forgotten.
Yes, that's the one I'm now getting into. Can you see what is on my Telegram group?
Yeah.
Are you seeing my Telegram group?
Yes.
Okay, what is the title? This post that I'm putting the cursor on. What is the title?
Track your lost share.
Track your lost shares that you bought in Nigeria.
Exactly. So that's the one we are talking about. So I haven't forgotten. Now, that information is already in the Telegram group. If you click on it, it will now open this page for you. Now, you need to read this information. When you read it and you have prepared all the documents that you need to show, once you have prepared, because you have to prove that you own those shares, you bought those shares years ago. You have to prove. It's not just a case of, oh, well, I disappeared for 10 years. Now I reappear and I want to collect my dividend. No, you have to prove that you bought those shares. Those shares belong to you. You have to show them some information. And the most important thing before you can even begin to prove anything, to start the process, you must have a BVN. If you don't have a BVN, forget it. You can't even get started. You can see all the information you need. And the first one is BVN number. Because when you go to the, okay, let me show you the portal. Okay, so this is the portal you have to go to. Can you see this portal? Can you see the portal?
Yes, can see, sir.
Okay, what does it say?
Non-mandated dividend set.
That's good. So you lost your shares or the company went out of business or whatever. Now you want to crack it. You come here. So you have to say search shareholders or company. You have to search for shareholder because you are looking for your share or maybe your friend's share or maybe your family's share. So give me a name. Let's search for a name. Give me any random name that you know.
Akitibu.
Sorry?
Akitibu.
Eh?
Akitibu.
Akin.
Akitibu.
Can you
Tibu,
spell it?
T-I-B-U. Akin,
T-I-B.
T-I-B-U.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Akintibu. Okay. Well, okay. Now we are going to search. Okay. So there are many people with Akintibu that have
okay.
not claimed their
That
stock.
Julius is my
Julius.
father-in-law. Julius
Okay.
is
So
my
let's.
father-in-law.
Okay. So Julius is the father name. Okay.
It's my
Julius.
father-in-law's name.
Okay. So is Julius the first name or the last name?
Julius is the first name.
Okay. So
Akitibu
Julius.
is the
Okay, so let's put it this way. Julius Akin Tibu. Okay. Because you have to put the correct name. So can you now see Julius Akin Tibu? So this person have 3 or 4 different stocks which they have bought and which they have not been claiming their dividend.
Let me explain something. You see, I have a question concerning that. That
Okay.
Julius is my father-in-law and he's dead. There's
Okay.
other Akitibu, my husband. We have several shares, but we cannot locate the certificate. The Oluwagbogo David here, Akitibu is my son. That one, he has been able to claim it. But because my husband wasn't, he was not showing interest. His own is still there. His own is Samson. But his father is that Julius. But the man is
Okay.
dead now.
Okay. Now
So
let's
what do
take
we
it one.
do?
Let's take it one at a time. If the person is alive, it's a straightforward issue. The first thing you want to do is search this portal and find your name. When you find your name and you are absolutely sure that is your name, because there are many people with Akintibu, so you have to be sure the one you are looking at is your own name. So now, when you find your name, you have to know how many stocks you have. I mean, which stocks you have. Do you have with Fidelity? Do you have with Access Holding? Do you have with Legacy Access Bank? If you are sure that those 3 stocks belongs to you, I'm using this as an example that, okay, this belongs to you and you are still living, then what you want to do is, number 1, you write out the name of the shareholder, you write out the name of the company, and then you write out the name of the operator. The operator here represents the name of the registrar. Because remember what I said, all the money has been sent to the registrar. So if there is any problem with a dividend, if you go to the company, to the stock company, they will tell you, we've paid the dividend, we have moved on. Go and talk to our registrar. So now you come here, you write out the name of the shareholder, you write out the name of the company where the shares was bought from, whether it's a Fidelity, the company where the person have the shares, and then the operator represents the registrar. So now you click on the name of the registrar. That is why this is showing hyperlink. You click on the name of registrar. Then you come back to e-dividend mandate. What is the purpose of e-dividend mandate? For you to be able to get your stocks to be paid directly into your bank account without you doing anything. But this is a stock that the dividend has accumulated over many years. You haven't collected. Now you want to collect it. And we are assuming this person is still alive. We are assuming if this is the case, the first thing you have to put in is your BVN. If you don't have a BVN, you can't do anything. You have to go and get your BVN first. If you have a BVN, you enter your BVN, you select your bank account, you put in your account number, you put in your last name. This system is automated, is digital. You are not just putting it on a dummy website. Once you put in your BVN number, your bank account, and your name, the system will do a check. It's not just a dummy website. The system will do a check and it will automatically check the BVN number in their database and check if the name you have put in here is exactly the name in their database for this BVN number. And it will also check your bank account. So everything has to match. If let's say you are single when you bought the shares, and now you are married, and when you bought the shares, you use your maiden name. Now you are married. You are now putting your marital name. It's not going to be able to match the information you are putting in here. It's not going to be able to match it with the name on the shares that you are trying to track and get your dividend. It's not going to be able to match it because the name you have now is your marital name. But the name you use to buy the share is your maiden name. So if that is the situation, then you probably need more documents to prove your identity. Probably you need a marriage certificate. You need an affidavit to say that I, Miss so, I am now Mrs. So. You need an affidavit. When you put all those documents together, you have all those documents. The best way forward is for you to send message to the registrar of that stock. Because remember, the money for the dividend is with the registrar. And if you cannot complete this information online because something has changed and you need more documents, get all the documents you need first and then write a letter to the registrar. You can find the name of the registrar here. Can you see the name of the registrar? Are you with me? Okay. So once you know the name of the registrar, how do you find the email address or the phone number or the physical address? How do you find it? Can anyone tell me?
You click the link, sir.
Sorry?
By clicking the link.
No. When you click this link, said exactly. You ask ChatGPT because if you click this link, it takes you back to this portal. But remember what we are saying. When you come to this portal and you put your BVN number, you put your current name, this information cannot be matched with the name on the stock you bought 15 years ago when you are still single. The name you used to buy the stock is the name when you are single, but now you are married. So the name is not going to match. So the best way forward is to look for the name of the registrar and then ask ChatGPT to give you the email address, the physical address, and the phone number of the registrar. Then you will now write an email to the registrar and explain your situation. Okay, I have a stock I bought 20 years ago when I was single. Now I'm married. This is my marriage certificate. This is an affidavit that proves that I was formerly Miss so. Now I'm married and Mrs. so. And this is my BVN for my marital name. You take all those documents, you send it by email to the registrar, and then the registrar will respond to you, and then they will take it forward. But assuming you bought you bought the shares and your name has not changed, it is still the same name, then you can put in your BVN number, put in the bank name, your account number, and your last name, and then it will open the form for you, provided it can match your name and the information on your BVN. If it can match it to the name on the stock that you are trying to claim, it will open the form for you. You can then fill the form and then select the name of the registrar, and then you will submit the form. Is that correct? Clear? Is that clear?
Sir, but one more question, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
One more question, sir.
Yeah, go on.
Is it possible for like I said, the shares belong to my husband? Is it possible for him to transfer it to me while he's still alive?
He has not operated the shares for many years. He need to get that share back first. And once he gets the share back, then he can now transfer it to you. Because right now, he cannot transfer the shares to you, because for anybody to get these shares back, that person have to prove they are the one that bought it. And you have to support your application with documents, identity about yourself. When he gets the share back, he can then transfer it to you. Now, assuming, as you said earlier on, maybe your father-in-law bought some shares and the man has passed away, and you want to claim those shares back. Again, the process you will take on that one, you have to go to the court and get a power of attorney. Have you heard of that term? Power of attorney.
Yes. Yes,
you have to get what is called power of attorney from the court. The lawyer will help you to draft the letter. They will take it to the magistrate court. The court will stamp it and say, you have a power of attorney. So which means anything that belongs to the deceased, you have a right to manage those assets, and you have a right to claim those assets back. So once you have gotten the power of attorney, then you can now approach the registrar and say, this stock belongs to my father-in-law or to my father or whoever it is, but that person has passed on. But I have the power of attorney to claim any asset that belongs to this person. Then in that case, you cannot complete the process online. You need to get the power of attorney first. You need to get any additional document that you can find that proves your father or your father-in-law is the owner of those shares. There must be something, whether a receipt that shows he bought the shares, whether a letter that the the stockbroker gave him, whether a share certificate. In those years ago, they used to give what is called share certificate. So if there is a share certificate, then you attach it to the document that you will provide to the registrar to say that your father-in-law is the one that actually bought the shares, and this is the share certificate that was given to him, or this is the teller or receipt that was given to him when he bought the shares. You will now attach those documents to your own power of attorney that shows that you have a right to manage the estate or the assets that was left by the deceased person. So do you understand the process now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Again, what you can do, if there is anywhere you don't understand, you can always ask ChatGPT to guide you. Or maybe later you can send me information on the Telegram group, and then I can have a one-to-one discussion with you and give you a bit of a more guidance. And if you need to go through ChatGPT, I can help you to, do that conversation with ChatGPT, and then you will get a clearer way to go about it.
Thank you so much.
But the first thing you need to do is, let's go back again. On the Telegram group, okay, can you see this post on the Telegram group? Track your lost shares that you bought in Nigeria and get them back. You will also receive your accumulated dividend arrears. The first thing you need to do is go and read this post, this explanation. Go and read it first. Once you read it and you have a good understanding, then at least you are beginning to position yourself to go through reclaiming those shares. So read this post first. And if you can't find it, send me a message on the Telegram group. Then I will help you to find it, and then I can send it to you directly.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else have any question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When you were talking about the power of attorney, at some
Yes.
point, because I bought some shares 2007, under the form, they asked for next of kin. Would it be necessary, if there is a next of kin already, would it be necessary to get the power of attorney?
Your next of kin does not automatically have the power of attorney.
Okay.
Your next of kin, your next of kin, usually, your next of
No,
kin.
I mean it is filled. I mean in the form, in the application form, there is a column called next of kin. Next of kin, name,
Is it the
address,
shares
phone
that you
number.
bought? Is it the shares that you bought?
Yes, sir. No, my brother bought and made me a next of kin. I'm saying that if such is in the form, would there be need for the power of attorney?
Is your brother still alive?
Yes.
Good. So if your brother is still alive, he is the only one who can claim those shares back. Because you are next of kin, you cannot claim that shares. If the owner of the share is still alive, everything will have to be done in his name to get those shares back. When he gets the shares back, he can then transfer them to you. He can then transfer them to you. Because for you to claim for you to claim somebody else's share using your own name, it means that person must be dead. If that person is
Yes,
not dead,
I'm talking about a situation of such. A situation
but
of
if
that.
the person is dead,
Yes, sir.
you need a power of attorney. You cannot just say I'm the next of kin. You need a
Even
power
if
of
it's on the
attorney.
form.
Even if it is on the form.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Even
All
if
right.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
So
Go on.
I don't mean to intrude, but I think she has a lot of questions considering on this non-mandate stuff. I think it would be better if you and her book like a one-on-one section.
Okay.
So you give her
Yeah,
every
I agree
rundown
with
that is
you.
needed on it.
I agree with you. So, madam, after the meeting, you can send me a message on the Telegram group, and then we can have a private chat or conversation. And if I'm not able to respond to you today, just be patient with me. Maybe tomorrow, when I see your message, then I can respond back to you. Is that okay? Okay, so I'm just going to go into the next one. Let's see what is next. Right. Okay. So, like I said, just go and read that post about tracking your shares. So I'm now looking into what is next. Okay. So the next thing on the agenda is how to apply for dematerialization. How to apply for dematerialization. Right. Okay. I have also done an extensive post on dematerialization. And dematerialization means that you have a stock which is domiciled with the registrar. And what that means is, let's say, for example, you buy a stock in a public offering. You buy a stock in public offering. Okay, let me give you this example. When I bought my JITCO stock, I didn't have a stockbroker because I've never bought any stock before that time. So when I bought the stock, because I am already a customer of a JITCO, JITCO just sent me a pop-up message on my mobile phone, and I click the message, and the message says JITCO is doing a public offering. Because I'm already a customer, I don't need to fill any long form. If I want to participate, I should just say how many units I want, and then they will take the money from my bank account. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't have a CSCS number. I don't have any stockbroker or anything, but I just click that pop-up and I put in the number of units that I want, and I submitted the form, and they took the money from my bank account. When the stock was allocated to me, I received a letter from the registrar of GITCO. This stock has been allocated to you. So I registered with the registrar. I can see the stock on the website of the registrar, but I don't have a stockbroker. So I cannot see the stock on the website of any stockbroker. And I don't have a CSCS account. So for me to dematerialize this stock, because the dematerialization means your stock is not yet digital. It's just residing with the registrar. It's not digital. It's not something you can easily say, I want to go online and sell it. Because where are you going to sell it from? You can only sell your stock from your stockbroker's website or your stockbroker's app. And because I haven't got a stockbroker, I don't have CSCS number, the stock is just sitting with the registrar. So I have to dematerialize it. And what that means is, one, I have to go and register with a stockbroker. So after I completed my registration with Stanbic, then I told Datamax, the registrar of JITCO, I want to move my stock to Stanbic IBTC so that I can buy more stock if I want, and I can sell some of the stocks that I already have. If you are not registered with a stockbroker, you cannot buy and sell stocks. You cannot even give instruction because you don't have a stockbroker. So you cannot even give any stockbroker instruction. You have to register with a stockbroker first. So that is what I did. I registered with Stanbic. Then I told Datamax, transfer my shares to Stanbic. And that is what is called dematerialization. You are making your shares to now be transferred to a stockbroker, which means you can now manage that stock by yourself. You can sell part of it and you can buy more. When your stock was sitting with the registrar, you cannot tell the registrar to help you sell part of it. The registrar doesn't have that power. It's not part of their role. They cannot sell shares and they cannot buy shares. They can only keep the shares and pay your dividend when your dividend is due. They will pay your dividend, but they cannot help you to sell your shares. They cannot help you to buy more shares. So dematerialization means you are moving your shares away from the registrar to a stockbroker, and you can manage it easily, digitally by yourself. The full definition of dematerialization, I've posted it somewhere on the Telegram group. Again, go and read it. If you can't find it, send me a message on the Telegram platform. I will search for it and then repost it. Okay, so let's move on because what's the time now? I don't even know. What's the time? Let's have a look. Oh, 20 past 8. Okay, let's go on for a few more minutes. So the next one is the role of the key stakeholders in the stock market. For those who have been on the Telegram platform for quite a while, can anyone tell me the 3 stakeholders in the stock market? Can anyone tell me the 3 stakeholders?
Yes, sir.
On
the 3
tell me.
stakeholders are the brokers, the registrar, and the CSCS.
Okay, you
The
are
CSCS.
correct. You are correct. You are correct. But always call them stockbroker, not just broker. I know broker is all right, but the proper name is a stockbroker. So the stockbroker, CSCS, and the registrar. And each of these organizations, they have different roles. So can anyone volunteer? What is the role of the stockbroker, or what is the importance of the stockbroker? What is the importance of the stockbroker? Anybody? Or why do we need a stockbroker? Can anyone help? Why do we need a stockbroker? Okay, let me help you. Okay, go on.
A stockbroker is in charge, basically, in you connecting to the stock exchange.
Yes.
In the way of buying and selling.
You are correct. You are correct. And the best way to put it is that the stockbroker is your entry point to the stock exchange. Without the stockbroker, you cannot buy or sell shares without the stockbroker. So the stockbroker is the entry point to the stock exchange. So what is the function of CSCS, or why do we need a CSCS? Can anyone tell me? Why do we need CSCS, or what is the function of CSCS? Just try. I mean, it doesn't have. Yeah, go on.
The CSCS is actually the storage organization of all shares transaction in the NGX.
You are correct.
The place
That is the key word. The CSCS is the storage where all your stocks are kept. And another thing is that amongst these 3 stakeholders, CSCS is the only government body. Remember, the stockbroker is a private organization. The registrar is a private organization. The stockbroker can go out of business. The registrar can go out of business. But CSCS cannot go out of business. CSCS, they will always be there because it's a government organization, and that is where your stocks are being kept. And that is why in future, if you lose track of if your stockbroker goes out of business, you can still get hold of your stocks if you have registered with CSCS. If you have not registered with CSCS, it will be difficult to get hold of your stocks again. You can still get hold of your stocks, But the process you will go through will be very cumbersome. You will have to prove so many things to say that you are the owner of those shares. You will have to provide identity document. You have to prove. But if you have already registered with CSCS and you have access to the CSCS website, you can download your statement for your stocks. Then you have no problem. Even if the stockbroker goes out of business, no problem. If the registrar goes out of business, no problem. You can just go to CSCS website and download all your stocks, and you can still move it easily to another stockbroker. And the registrar, like I've already said before, the registrar, their major role is payment of dividend. Once dividend is declared, the money is transferred to the registrar, and the registrar make the payment. If you don't receive your dividend, you cannot go to the company and say, oh, I didn't receive my dividend. You can't go to the stock company. They will tell you, go to our registrar. All the money has been transferred to the registrar. So you have to go to the registrar. Okay, so on the Telegram platform, again, I've written a detailed information about the three stakeholders. I will just have a quick look if I can find it where it is on the Telegram platform. But if not, just go into the Telegram platform, look for it. Three major stakeholders on the stock market. Okay, let's move to the next one because we still have quite a bit of things to cover. Okay, how to find a licensed stockbroker. Okay, anyone want to tell me how can you find a licensed stockbroker? Do you know some stockbrokers are not licensed? Or some stockbrokers, they may be licensed, but they are not even, how do I say it? They are not up to standard. Because any stockbroker that you are still calling to help you buy your stocks, it means those stockbrokers, they have not upgraded themselves. Any stockbroker that have mobile app or website where you can buy stocks, if you call them, they will tell you, go to our website or go to our mobile app. But if they are still helping you to buy stocks manually, it means that stockbroker, they have not upgraded themselves. They are, how do you say it? They are using analog mind to operate in a digital era. So don't register with a stockbroker. So let me just quickly how to find licensed stockbroker. Okay, so to find a licensed stockbrokers, can you tell me where you can find these licensed stockbrokers? Can you tell me? Anybody? You can unmute yourself. Anybody? Please unmute yourself and talk to me. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
How can you find a licensed stockbroker? How do you find a licensed stockbroker?
Yes, sir. You can chat with ChatGPT.
Okay, you can, yes, you can do that. But there is a specific place you can go and you will find a list of the
You can also
stock.
see it on the NGX.
Sorry?
You can also see it on the NGX website.
Yes, NGX website. That's the one. So basically, I will show you on NGX website because that is where you need to find the licensed stockbrokers. But you may see the names and list of all the licensed stockbrokers, but you still need somebody to recommend. If not, you are just going to pick any stockbroker. And it's not good to just pick anyone. You want to pick a stockbroker that is modern, that have a mobile app, that have a user-friendly website, that have a good customer service, that have a competitive fee when you buy your stocks. So you need people to recommend stockbrokers to you. But where you can find a list of the stockbroker, that is the NGX website. So let me just see if I can go to that website. That website, the link is inside the Telegram group, but I'll just see if I can go in here. So let's say NGX group. Okay, good. Right. So this is the website of the NGX group. Let me minimize this. This thing keeps blocking my view. Oh, God. Just bear with me. There's something blocking my view here. Right. Okay. So can you see the website for NGX? So this is the website for NGX group. And then list, I'm trying to see how to premium main bond, no, trade. Getting started, becoming, find a broker. Yes. Can you see the screen I'm sharing? Can you see it? The NGX website. Can everyone see it?
I can see it.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you see where it says under trade? When you highlight on trade, and then it opens more menu, and then you come under find a broker. Find a broker. You click on find a broker, and then it comes here, and it says trading license holders directory. And then you can see a list of these stockbrokers here. But if you want to search for a specific one, then you put the name in the search box. So let's say I want to search for Stanbic. Okay. Then it says dealing member, Stanbic IBTC stock brokers. Status, active. That means Stanbic IBTC is still active. And that means they are in a good standing order with the NGX group. Because a stockbroker might be licensed. If they misbehave, they may be removed. So you don't want to go and register with a license with a stockbroker that has been delisted or that has been removed. So you want to search here and you want to check that the stockbroker is still active. So once you find the name of the stockbroker, you click on the name and then it opens up. And when it opens up, it shows you more information about that stockbroker. So let me see where this one will take me. I've clicked on the name and it's going to open up. Yes. Okay. So can you now see where it took me? Stanbic IBTC Limited. So head office, their address is there. Phone number, it is there. Email address is there. The link to their website. So all the information you need about that stockbroker is there. So do you understand the process now? You need to talk to me. Good.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So how do you find a licensed stockbroker? Just can anyone summarize it for me? How can you find a licensed stockbroker?
By going through the NGX and go to the trade section. From the trade section, you can either search a stockbroker name of choice and
Yes.
further click
Okay.
on it.
Okay. You are correct. You are correct. But the first thing you need to remember is you have to go to NGX group. NGX. That's where you can find the list of licensed stockbroker. When you get into NGX, You then highlight on trade. Then it opens this menu for you, and then you look for find a stockbroker. You click on stockbroker, and then it opens another page. And then you now click in the search box, and then you can put the name of the specific stockbroker. Let me see. I don't know. Let's see if Bamboo is available here. Okay. Do you notice what happened? Bamboo is not coming up. Can you see that?
Yes, yes, sir.
Why is Bamboo not coming up?
Because like we said before, it's an affiliate, a stockbroking.
Exactly. You are right. You are right. Because Bamboo does not have a direct license. It is affiliated to another bigger stockbroker. Let me see. Maybe let's try Afri Investor. Afri Investor. Let's try Afri Investor. You see, Afri Investor is not coming up. And this is how you know which stockbroker is directly licensed by the NGX. That doesn't mean these stockbrokers are not good. I'm not saying Bamboo is not good, and I'm not saying Afri Investor is not good, but it is just that they are secondary stockbrokers. They are not primary stockbrokers. Can anyone give me the name of any other stockbroker you know? Give me the name of any stockbroker.
Cardinal Stone.
Cardinal Stone. Okay. Cardinal Stone. Cardinal Stone. Even before I finished typing it, it came up. So that means Cardinal Stone is directly licensed. So this is how you know the stockbroker you are dealing with. Quite often, stockbrokers that are directly licensed, they have bigger capacity and they are under strict regulation. And they are likely to offer you cheaper fee when you buy stocks. It doesn't mean all of them will offer you cheaper fee. Some of them still charge a high fee, but at least to a reasonable extent, if they are directly licensed, it means they have a bigger capacity and they are likely to do more things for you. Okay, so you know how to find a license, a licensed stockbroker. Okay, let's see what next. How to create
Sir,
stock. Yeah, go on.
sir,
So
can we wait for Carrywise?
Cowrywise. Okay, let's see Cowrywise. Okay. Cowrywise. Okay. Cowrywise. Cowrywise is not coming up, but then can somebody spell it for me? Maybe I'm not spelling it correctly.
COWRY.
Actually, it came up. Cowry, is it the same as a Cowry Securities Limited?
Yes, sir.
I,
Yes, sir.
I think Cowrywise is affiliated to Cowry Securities Limited because Cowrywise is also an investment app, but they are affiliated to Cowry Securities Limited.
Yeah,
So
that's their primary. That's their main body.
exactly. So now you understand it. Okay, let's move to other things.
Sir, can you check Lambert Capital?
Lambert Capital. Okay, let's have a look. Lambe. Yeah, you can. You see, before I even finished typing, Lambert Capital came up. So
I think this is the
Capital,
affiliate of Bamboo.
okay, is this the one that Bamboo is affiliated to?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Because when on the CSCS website, it's Lambert that usually comes up. If I want to put my CHN.
Okay, that's fine. So you now know how to check if a stockbroker is directly licensed or they are affiliated to another company. You now know that. Okay, so let's see what is next on our agenda. How to create a stock watch list or stock tracker. I think we've already done that. You just need to get used to how to use stock analysis. Once you get used to stock analysis, you can create a stock watch list or your stock tracker. Okay, classes of assets that can be used to build wealth. Okay, I think we will do this and then we will just end it there for today. So classes of assets that can be used to build wealth. Okay, can anyone give me different classes of assets? Do you even understand what is meant by classes of assets? Do you know how the assets are grouped? Let me help you. Classes of assets, that's the way assets are grouped. So you have the capital market. That is one class of assets. And under the capital market, you have stocks and shares. And that's when you buy Gitco, Okomu, Seplat, MTN, Dangote Cement. So all those stocks, they come under the capital market, and that is one class of assets. Another class of asset is money market fund or mutual fund, as they are usually called. So can anyone give me examples of assets inside money market, inside the money market fund? Examples, money market,
Have
example.
federal government bond, federal government savings
Sorry,
bond.
yes, that's one. Any other one?
No, network.
What's it called? We have
Equity
equity
mutual fund.
income
Equity
fund.
mutual
Yes,
fund. Yes.
mutual fund. We
Any
have
other
fixed
one?
income. We have fixed income fund.
Okay, yes. And you also have a treasury bill. So there are a couple of, assets that come together under the money market. So you have the capital market, you have the money market. Under money market, you have a federal government savings bond, you have a equity mutual fund, money market fund, treasury bill, and other ones. So those are two classes of assets. But there are other classes of assets as well. You have the pension system. The pension is another class of asset because you can invest into pension. Some people, if you are working with a government body, then you have your pension through your employer. But if you are working for yourself, then you have a private pension. So pension is another class of asset where you can invest and then you can get some money back at a later time. High interest savings account, that's another class of asset. The likes of PiggyVest, Ladder, there's another company called Ladder, and OPay, all these fintech companies, they do high interest savings accounts. But another class of assets is, let me see, what else? Which other one? Can anybody help?
We have a dollar vault and naira vault. Dollar vault.
Okay. So this dollar
Also
vault
have
and naira.
real estate.
Okay, real estate is another one. Real estate is another one. But again, real estate, there are two types of real estate investment you can do. One comes under real estate investment trust. That one is cheaper and is a lot easier. That is when you buy SFS REIT or you buy UPDC REIT. UPDC REIT or SFS REIT that you can buy under the stock exchange. So these are big developers that are listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. These are companies that build houses in Abuja, in Lekki, in Ajah, and all the rest. And they rent out those properties. As they are collecting the rent, they are giving you your own share of the rent because you have bought their stocks. And that's a cheaper way of becoming a real estate investor. But another way of becoming a real estate investor is for you to buy land. You can buy land and leave the land there, let it appreciate. You can build the house. When you build the house, then you can rent it out by yourself. But what is the difference between buying the land, building the house, or buying SFS rate and UPDC rate? What is the difference between the two?
One is cheaper and quickly to get returns, while the other take a lot of funds as well as administrative processes before you
Yes,
start getting.
yes, you are right. You are definitely correct. But one other thing I want to add to that is that SFS rate or UPDC rate, they are paper assets. But when you buy land or you build property, that is physical asset. And like I always tell people, don't put all your money in paper asset alone. You should have some physical assets. Don't put all your money in paper asset alone. Paper asset, any money you put into stocks and shares, that's paper asset. Money you put into money market, federal government savings bond, treasury bill, money market fund, those are paper assets. Even money you put into a pension fund is paper asset. But when you buy land or you build a house, that is physical asset. And it is always good to have some physical assets. If you and again, people always think of real estate as only rental apartments. No, when you buy land, you don't have to build rental apartments. You can build a warehouse where people can keep goods. You can build a shopping mall. You can let out your property to business organizations, maybe like an hospital or to a private school or to churches or to any other business organization. So it doesn't have to be rental apartment only that you build on your land. You can build real estate that is used for other things. Your real estate can be for hotel. You can build an hotel. It could be what's this other one? Restaurants. It could be restaurants. It could be like a club, a nightclub or something. There are so many things you can use your real estate for. It doesn't have to be rental apartment. Even you can use your land for farming. You can do poultry farming, you can do fishery, you can plant crops, and you can even lease the land. You can lease the land. And there is a good return on your land because even if you don't do anything on the land will appreciate by itself. It will appreciate by itself. So don't put your money in paper assets only. Okay. Does anybody want to add anything to that? Anybody want to add anything? Okay, well, under that topic, I've actually broken it down. Stocks and shares. So classes of assets that can be used to build wealth. Stocks and shares, money market mutual fund, EMF, equity money fund, federal government savings bond, treasury bills, private pension, high interest savings account, real estate. Right. Okay.
Sorry. So what's the place of the commercial paper? in all of this?
Commercial paper is still a paper asset. Any investment that you cannot see physically, whether you do commercial paper, whether it is a treasury bill, whether it is a federal government savings bond, those are paper assets because you cannot see the asset physically. They are paying you interest or profit or whatever, but you can't see it. When you buy a stock, can you touch your stocks? When you buy Jitco stocks or when you buy Dangote cement, can you touch that stock? No, but they pay you dividend. The capital grow. So those are paper assets. You only know you have them because of the paper documents. But when you buy land with or without paper document, you can see your land physically. When you build a house on it, you can see that house physically. That house you build on it, it could be a rental apartment. You can see it and know that what I have built is a rental apartment. If you build it as an event center, you can see it physically and say that I have built an event center. This is the location. If you build it as a shopping mall, you can see it. So anything you cannot see or touch, that is paper asset. But the one you can see or touch, that's your physical asset. Your physical asset could also be that maybe you set up a shop and you are selling shoes and bag. It's still an asset. It's a business, and you can see the shoe and bag that you are selling. If you set up a business where you are selling cars, you can see the cars that you are selling. That is a physical business. I hope that answers your question. Okay, I'll just run through this one in 5 minutes because I think we've touched it before and then we end it there. So, sorry,
Hello.
you want to ask question?
I want to add some other classes of investment also.
Okay.
Commodities, as well as solid minerals. Solid asset like gold or
Oh,
silver.
yeah, you are definitely right. You are definitely right. I mean, the ones I've mentioned does not exhaust the kind of assets, physical assets you can invest in. You can invest in gold. You can invest in gold. It's a physical asset. You can see it. Which other one? There are so many things you can invest into that you can see physically. I've mentioned you can set up an automobile shop. You see the vehicles you are selling. You can set up a shop and sell mobile phones. Anything you can see physically, that is physical asset. Anyone that you cannot see, that is paper asset. And there are many, many different types of paper assets as well as physical assets. So the ones I have listed does not exhaust the types of physical or paper assets. There are many more out there. There are many more. I mean, some people, they invest into oil and gas. Some people have their own petrol station. You can get the license and have your own petrol station. It's still a business and it is physical. So there are many, many. Okay, let me just run through number 8 very quickly and then, number 7. I will run through that quickly. We end it there. And next week will be the last week. So we will use next week to cover number 8. And then next week, we will probably do more of a question and answer. And if people want, then we can do another 4 weeks of question and answer. Every Sunday, this same time, we come on for about 2 hours. People just ask their question. I will answer it. If I need to share my screen or open a website, I will show you. We just do a general question and answer for another 4 weeks. And with that, I think most of you should be okay by the time we finish that. So number 7, investment tools. Well, I've already mentioned stock analysis, so I'm not going to open it again. I've mentioned stock bubbles, trading view, Financial Times, and investing.com. All these investment tools, which you can also call websites, they do exactly the same thing. You can go there and do a technical analysis or stock analysis, or you can set up a stock tracker. You can do comparison of stocks. If somebody tell you, oh, there is an Airtel, there is MTN, which one should I buy? How do you decide which one to buy between MTN and
I thought
Airtel?
it's tomorrow.
Sorry, is somebody saying something?
Tomorrow to drop.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you all understand what I've said? All these investment tools, they are
Over 2
websites.
weeks.
They are websites,
Yes,
and
sir.
they do the same thing. Sorry, madam, can you please mute yourself?
Mother Evelyn, please mute.
So all these investment tools, they do the same thing. You don't have to use stock analysis. You can use any other one. Just practice, and get used to it. But I find stock analysis to be very easy for me to use. And again, I don't have to pay because it gives me all the features and everything. I can check what date a stock is going to pay their dividend. I can check the cutoff date. I can check the dividend yield. I can check the dividend per share. I can check the current price of those stocks. I can check so many things. So I can check, I can compare Boa Cement and the Dangote Cement and see the figures. Why should I invest in one and not the other? So whatever stocks you have, whether you have only one stock or you have 5 or 10, you should be using one of these tools: stock analysis, stock bubbles, trading view, Financial Times, investing.com, or any other one. It doesn't have to be the one that I am just suggesting to you. These are just examples. Do your own research. Finally, yes, go on.
That stock analysis and stock book, are they website or an app?
They are websites, but they also have app. Stock analysis have app. And the same thing you can do on the website, you can do on the app. If you go into a Play Store and you type in a stock analysis, it will come up if you go into Play Store. The same thing if you go into Play Store and type stock bubbles, it will come up. If you type stock bubbles, it will come up. So they have app. Sorry, yeah. Yes, go on.
Secondly, sir, that Stanbic IBTC, whatever.
Yes, they have app as well.
Okay, they have app as in investment app, or do I have to have an account with their bank before I can use their app?
No, you don't need to have an account with them. You don't need to have an account with them. You see, the good thing about Stanbic is an all-rounder. They have bank, they have a pension department, they have a stock department, they do life insurance, they do so many things. But each of those investments they are independent. But the good thing about them is that on their app, once you download their app, they have what is it called? They have like an icon on their app. You can just click the icon and the icon will take you to wherever you want to go. If all you have with them is a bank account, you click on bank and then it opens up the banking section. You can then see your bank account. If you want to go into stocks, you click on stocks and then it will open the stock website, and then you can do everything about stocks. If you have a pension with them, you just click on pension on the main screen of the app. So it's a one-stop shop. In fact, I've not seen any other app like that in Nigeria. Stanbic is the only app that I know of that have all the things they do in one place. Just click any button, it takes you there. And once you come out, you can click another button, it takes you into another thing. So Stanbic is quite good. I mean, I can recommend them to anybody.
All right, sir.
Okay.
So, for example, now, like I have an investment with Afro Investor, but just like you have been teaching, like I've fallen in love with IBTC. Is there any problem if I decide to start selling my stock one by one and rebuy it under IBTC? Will there be any problem?
Okay. Somebody said something earlier on. I don't know if that person is still available now. Can that person answer this lady? Is it okay to sell our stocks one by one and then move to Stanbic? By the way, can I ask, how many stocks do you have? I mean, how many? Like, do you have like 3, 4, or 5 different stocks?
Like 5.
5. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is the value of your portfolio, your stocks?
Just all of them together, just like about 1 million plus.
1 million plus. Okay. So that gentleman that contributed earlier on when we had this discussion, I don't know if he is still on. Can you answer this lady? Or anybody else? Can anybody else answer this lady? Because again, I want to know whether you guys are following what I've been explaining and you're understanding it. Can anybody answer this lady? What is the best option for her? You can unmute yourself. I know you are hearing me. If anybody wants to try, and let me tell you again, you should always try, attempt, even if your answer is not polished or is not put in the best way.
Of what you
You
did to
have to
redeem your own.
try. You have to try. Explain it in your own words. Then I can help you
Okay,
to
I'm
finish
saying
it.
something. Okay.
Go
All right.
on.
You gave an example.
Okay, it doesn't look like anyone is going to explain.
Of how
Okay,
you
let
did
me.
yours. You had to sell off. You spoke on this before. You said what was that name? I've actually forgotten the exact name that you used. But you said that option she has volume now. But if it's just something that is not much, the volume is not much, you can just sell it off. If it's just like 1 or 2 stocks that you have and the volume is not much, you can just sell it off. But if it's much, you need to go through the right process of transfer. I think that was what you said.
Exactly, you are correct. So, madam, are you
In
listening?
addition,
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
let me explain that to you in a better way. If the value of your stock, your portfolio, is like 1 million naira or more, it is not advisable for you to sell them little by little. You will end up losing some of the value in your portfolio. In my own case, I think I have only 5,000 units of a JITCO with an Afri investor. And 5,000 units, I don't know, as at that time, it was sold at about 60 naira per unit. So 60 times 5,000, that's probably like about how much? Maybe about 30,000 naira. That's not a lot. And it's just only one stock. So it is very easy for me to sell that one stock, get my cash, go and buy it in Stanbic. But if you have about 5 different stocks and you are talking of a portfolio value of 1 million, that's a lot of money. If you sell it little by little, you're going to lose value. So the best thing to do is do the proper way, which is inter-member transfer. Register with Stanbic first. Complete your registration with Stanbic or any other stockbroker you want to use. complete your registration first. When you complete your registration, then you can tell Stanbic, I have stocks with Bamboo or Afri Investor or wherever you have your stocks. Then you can tell Stanbic you want to move your stocks to them. They should assist you. They will give you a form to fill and they will initiate the process to transfer your stocks from wherever it is. But you also have a responsibility to contact your current stockbroker and tell them you want to move your stocks to Stanbic. Don't just leave it that, okay, I have done everything with Stanbic. Stanbic will contact them. It's a matter of courtesy. And again, if you are leave, how do you say it? Don't leave with fight. Don't tell them that your app is not good. I don't like your service. No. You can tell them for convenience sake, for personal reasons, you prefer to move all your stocks to Stanbic. Be polite to them. Don't make them look like, oh, he's leaving because our service is not good. No. Just tell them for personal reasons, you want all your stocks to be in one place, and that is why you want to move to Stanbic. You can even tell them that maybe you're going to be buying a mutual fund and you want everything to be in one, but you don't even hold them any explanation. So the best thing to do is tell your current stockbroker, for personal reason, I want to move my stocks to Stanbic or wherever you want to move it, so that they don't feel bad. Because if you make them feel bad, they may frustrate the process. Something that should take maybe 2 or 3 weeks, they would delay it and it may take 6 weeks. It may take 8 weeks. So just leave on a good term. Oh, your service is good. I enjoy your service while I was here, but for personal reason, I want to move to Stanbic, and that's it.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, so I think I can't believe we've done like more than 4 hours. Well, I have to thank all of you that stay this far. It's been very good explaining all these things to you, and thank you for your participation as well, your contribution, and making it interactive. So we will see again next Sunday at the same time. And that next Sunday, we only have number 8 to deal with. And that number 8 is more of you investing in yourself. You have to learn. There are so many things you have to learn. If you are going to be putting your money somewhere, you're going to be putting 500,000, 1 million naira. Then you want to learn something about that process. You don't just want to throw your money around. I have said this in previous meeting. Give 1 million naira to 2 people and ask them to invest it. After 1 year, go and look at their result. There is somebody that would have doubled the money you gave them. And there will be somebody that maybe they managed to even get 20% return. It's not that the reason is in the level of their knowledge. It's all about the level of their knowledge. If somebody doesn't know they should be using limit order and they are buying MTN at 800 naira per unit, and somebody else is buying it at 750 naira per unit, and if somebody doesn't know that they should be investing in stocks that pay them dividend and good dividend, but somebody else has been putting their money in stocks that pay them 30 kobo per share as dividend, 20 kobo, 15 kobo, 70 kobo. At the end of the year, the returns will be different. The returns will be different. So it's all about knowledge. How much time are you creating for yourself to learn about this thing so that 5 years down the line, you will have a sustainable investment portfolio that is yielding you good returns. Again, if you structure your portfolio very well and you put some of your investment in stocks that pay you 3 times in a year, 4 times in a year, and you also have a federal government savings bond that pays you regularly. You have some money in mutual fund. Then 5 years down the line, you will be well positioned and you'll be a lot better off. But the most important thing, invest regularly. You cannot just invest a one-off and then fold your arms. Even if your portfolio is 1 million naira, I will tell you for free, that is the benchmark. That anybody in Nigeria, if you are investing in stocks, 1 million naira is the benchmark, because anything below 1 million naira, you cannot live on it. How much dividend are they going to give you if your stock portfolio value is less than 1 million naira? How much stock are they going to pay? Jitco alone paid me about 600,000 naira this last payment, 600,000, Jitco alone. So if your stock portfolio is just 1 million naira, all your portfolio put together is 1 million naira. That's the benchmark. You are just starting. So invest regularly. Even if it is only 10,000 naira, you can do every month. If there are months, you can do 30,000. If there are months, you can do 50,000. But if I show you, okay, I've actually posted on the Telegram group. Go and look at the way I buy my shares. There are times I buy 1 unit of MTN because that's what I can afford. There are times I buy 9 units of MTN. There are times I've bought 200 units of MTN. There are times I've bought 15 units of Okomu. So don't say that, oh, I don't have a lot of money this time. I will wait until I have about 30,000 naira. No, don't wait until you have 30,000 naira. If you can buy only 1 unit, buy 1 unit. If you can buy 10 units, buy 10 units. But make sure you buy something every month. On that note, I will say thank you very much, and we will see again. But one last chance, one quick question. Anybody, quick question if you want to ask.
Okay, so
Anybody
let me
want to ask? Sorry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what's your exposure on the US stock market?
US stock market. Okay. I have only one stock with a US market, and that is the S&P 500, Vanguard S&P 500, and it is the most popular stock you can buy in US. It's just like the equivalent of Stanbic IBT's, what do they call it? NGX 30 or something like that. I don't know what Stanbic call it, but you have about 30 stocks put together and sold as one stock. So that's the same thing I have. It's called S&P 500. About 500 good stocks in US is put into one basket. I think they call it ETF. But I will always tell you, if you live in Nigeria, and I have listened to many, many people that are more experienced than me, and they say the Nigerian stock market is, what's the word they use? I don't know whether they said it's undervalued or something. You can make much more money investing in the Nigerian stock market than you can make in US or UK. The Nigerian stock market has outperformed UK stock market, US stock market. Go and Google it. Put it into ChatGPT. Don't rely on what I'm telling you. You go and do your independent search. How has Nigerian stock market performed compared to UK, US, Europe? You go and Google it or put it in ChatGPT. So before you start thinking of buying US stock or any UK stock, I would say, for me, I would say you should have a portfolio of maybe about 5 million naira. But at the very least, make sure you have stock portfolio of 1 million naira at the very least. Because when you are buying UK stock or US, you are paying you are using naira to buy dollar. So you have to think of the exchange. And then secondly, when the money is converted again, you are losing value. So it's not that lucrative for you if you live in Nigeria and then investing in a US market or UK. I'm not saying it is not good. You should have it. You should have it as an addition to your portfolio, to your investment portfolio. You can have it as an addition, but have a solid ground in Nigeria first before you start putting. The value of my US portfolio is not even up to 10% of what I have in Nigeria. It's not up to, because Nigeria investment market is very, very lucrative, buoyant. Think of federal government savings bond. It pays you money regularly. Invest 3 months in a row. For example, if you put 1 million naira in a federal government savings bond and you do that 3 months in a row, let's assume the interest rate is 16%. They pay you 40,000 naira every month. That's a good one. And that's the way I did my federal government savings bond. I did 3 months in a row, 1 million naira every month for 3 months. And now they are paying me 40,000 every month. And they will do that for 2 years until that contract runs out. And then I can do it all over again. But now the rate has gone down. I think they are paying about 13% now. But even at that, I can still do it all over again because 13% is still good. And the GT money market, that's paying 17%. Again, it's a good way to invest your money, 17%. And if you have some good stock, quality stocks in Nigeria, like a Jitco, like a Okomu that pays you 3 times, like a Seplat that pays you 4 times, have a very solid foundation in Nigeria first before you begin to venture into US or UK or anywhere else. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. The lady want to ask question or anybody else? Last one. Quick one. Anybody else?
Thank you very much, sir. I really learned a lot from you tonight. But today is my first time of I even find myself in this. I can't just explain. I don't know what is this platform for. I don't know how I got the link. I think from a particular WhatsApp something. I saw the link and I joined, and I found myself here tonight. I don't know. You've taught several topics, but today is my first day. What is this group? What is it? What does it stand for?
Well, the Smart Investor Telegram group is about teaching people how to become smart with their money. You learn how to invest. Don't just invest your money anyhow. If you learn how to invest, even if your portfolio is small, you can get good returns from it. And that's why I gave the example earlier on. Give 1 million naira to 2 different people. If for somebody who have the knowledge, the experience, and who is aligned with people that know what they are doing, their 1 million naira can be doubled in 1 year compared to somebody who is just speculating, who is just guessing. Oh, this is FCMB is good. Let us go and buy FCMB. Oh, TIP. Another one is called TIP. Let us go and buy it. Oh, there is a Jay's Bank. No, I was speaking to a lady in a meeting like this about 3 months ago. She said she has a portfolio value of 50 million naira, stock portfolio, 50 million. And I said, okay, how much are you getting in dividend at the end of the year? And she said she's getting about 2.5 million. I said, how can you get 2.5 million as dividend on a stock portfolio value of 50 million? When I look at our stock portfolio, there are too many stocks that are paying 10 kobo per unit, 50 kobo per unit. There are some stocks that are not even paying dividend because you have too many excess baggage. Even if your stock portfolio value is 50 million, you don't need more than 20 quality stocks. That is the maximum. It doesn't matter what your portfolio. If you have portfolio value 1 million naira, you only need maximum of 10. Anywhere between portfolio value of 10 million naira and 20 million naira, you need maximum of 20. If your portfolio value then goes from 20 million to 50 million, in a worst case scenario, you can buy additional 5 to make a total of 25. But to be honest with you, you don't need those extra 5. You probably should put your money into mutual fund, federal government savings bond, go and buy more land. Diversify your portfolio. Don't keep buying more stocks. The more stocks you buy, the likelihood that some of those stocks will just be sitting there occupying space unnecessarily. They are not giving you any value. They are not paying you good dividend. They are not paying you 2 or 3 times in a year. So once you identify the good stocks that pay you 2 times in a year, 3 times or 4 times in a year, once you identify the good stocks that have dollar income in their products, then why do you need 20 stocks? And don't guess about stocks you buy. It's either you are aligned with somebody who know what they are doing and they are suggesting the right stocks, or you learn how to do your own analysis, and then you buy your stocks by yourself. But ultimately, for me, I want everybody to learn how to do their own analysis. You cannot depend on me forever for me to tell you, oh, this is the stock you should buy. I don't want to be telling you what to buy. I want to guide you to know how to buy the correct stocks. Learn how to fish, not just getting fish for free. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Like, can we add people to the group?
Of course, feel free. Add your friends, as many as you want. Add your friends. Share the link on other platforms you belong to. And go to my YouTube page. You can go to my YouTube page and watch the videos there. Add anybody, invite them to the next meeting. Invite them to the next meeting. Share the meeting. That meeting agenda alone is very, very robust. Go through the meeting agenda. There are some links already in that meeting agenda. Click on the links and it will take you to specific topics on the Telegram group. It will take, and it will also take you to the people that I follow. For example, if you look at item number 8, which we are going to do next week, podcast to follow and listen to. These are the people I follow because I don't know everything. So I follow Nairametrics. And there's another podcast called Follow the Money. There's another one called The Nigerian Investor. There's another one called The Builders Podcast, The Billionaire Habit. You know, so these are the people I follow. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Have you heard of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel?
Yes, sir.
These are people I listen to because Dr. Olumide Emmanuel has been around for a long time. And if you listen to what he's talking about, oh God, I can listen to him for 5 hours without getting tired. The man is intelligent. He is very intelligent. I listen to Pastor Ashimolowo as well. He talks a lot about real estate, and I learned a lot from Pastor Ashimolowo. So these are the people I follow. So go and click the link and watch those podcasts. Familiarize yourself with them. Go at your own pace. All right, let's close the meeting for now. We can meet tomorrow, next week, same time, next Sunday. And invite all your friends. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.